Hi everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another Ocarina of Time Randomizer Qualifier. This is qual number 13 in Season 9. More than halfway there, pretty exciting. Tracking today we have me, Mr. Moxie, Warren Traveler, and Talk. And on comms we have Alexander Harold and Out of This World Burrito, and they will take it from here.
All right. Thank you very much, Baseball. Welcome, everybody. It's qualifier number 13. Oh, boy. We're in for another exciting one today, I think. How are you feeling, Alexander?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Looking forward.
I feel like this season is going to be chaotic, hopefully.
Yeah, we were marking at the start
like
here.
The last one I wanted to calm was a jet as I hoped, because I wanted to go to bed quickly. Now this one, I wanted it to be chaotic. Absolutely chaotic.
Maybe we'll get that for you. But so far we're off to an interesting start, I would say, starting with Fire Medallion, Minuet, and Magic. That means we won't have to worry about finding magic later, but it doesn't mean it's going to help us anytime soon.
Yeah. One thing I will definitely say is this season will be defined by Water Hop. Like, if you have a long shot that's AD locked, well, just grab Iron Boots and you're on your way.
Yeah, absolutely. Water Hop has definitely been the newest trick added to the roster that is a must-learn this season. The other tricks people were hoping that would come into play more, like Fire Arrow entry for Shadow Entrance, haven't really been a big deal yet. Same with Hookshot extension across the bridge and valley. Have seen it, but Water Hop's really been the playmaker for players. But it looks like they're putting in their passwords now and we're about ready to start. So let's see where... let's see what everyone does. I'm curious to see if anyone goes Child immediately. Some people like to turn around and do that. We are starting as Adult. So let's see.
Well, we're probably going to get Minuet first. I mean, it's a free song. You get some hints.
Yep. And I was able to snipe the entrances off of Kistopper.
Sorry, is Deku Tree's foolish? So there are 3 major items in Death Mountain Crater, because one of them's the song. Because it said 4. So that means there's 3 other major items. We got a path to Twinrova. Lake Hylia is foolish. That's a really good foolish to have.
We're getting a lot of good hints all of a sudden.
So it's GTG to Twinrova, and Frog Stew is dead. We're seeing the early river rush from Kit, and that was Serenade on OoT. I don't know why my mind kind of blanked there for a second. Prescription and light arrows in Mido's house. Good job. OoT is Serenade, so... And with that lake being foolish, it's actually kind of handy.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to get down there quickly and not have to worry about getting around other checks. Just might want to set Scarecrow once they're Child. And they'll probably use it as a way to move out to Field or Valley.
Yeah, Valley's been pretty fruitful so far. Oh, it's a slingshot on the guy on the roof.
Wow. Well, we're seeing it there in chat now, but our entrances today are Deku to Deku, DC to Fire, Jabba to DC, Forest into Ice, Fire into Bottom of the Well, Water into GTG, Shadow into Water, Spirit into Spirit, Well into Jabu, Ice into Forest, and GTG into Shadow. So nice and scrambled today the only vanilla one being Spirit.
Well, we had Spirit and Deku being vanilla entrances.
Yeah, that's true. Deku's foolish today,
But
though.
Deku's
so
foolish, though.
I already wrote it out of my brain. So we got Suns Off Storms there. So we're changing a different weather-related song. And we're about to see our skulls for 30, 40, 50. Was that Goron Tunic? Okay.
And 30 and 50 are dead.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dungeon ER. But we get that information ahead of time, like in the pause menu.
Yeah, if you pause the game, go over to the map screen and hold up, it will show you the entrances. Which we did see another path there. Fire to Baronade. I don't remember if we already seen that or not. That was in Zor's River here.
Yeah, we have not seen that, so that is a pretty handy hint.
Mm-hmm. I know, I'm waiting for the second question too, Baseball. Alright, so we've seen two different plays. We've seen basically our top runners on the top of the restream, Sea Falcon Alpha, went for density, while Kitstopper and Fabio took a pause in River to get more information. So they're gonna, after they work out a River, they're gonna go and look into Kakariko and making those density plays. But information has been very powerful this season, even though we got some good hints immediately. Finding your paths are highly valuable. And since we already have magic, we know nothing's going to be pointing to a magic, so you even have better odds of finding very helpful paths.
Yeah. But like, having... I'm pretty sure that we don't really hard require a tunic really ever in the OTR, but it can be handy. But I doubt we're gonna go for 40 skulls just to get it.
Yeah,
and
so to that
just
point...
find a bottle and just dodge instead.
Yeah, to that point, it might hint towards logic, but being with the tunic being on there, I wouldn't worry too much about it. In fact, we'd probably find a wallet before we get 40 skulls.
Or a bottle.
Yeah, or a bottle. Looks like nothing on Dampe Race today.
Dampe Race, skippers are rejoicing.
I don't think anyone's been skipping Dampe and Qualls. That's like an aggressive play that we might see once we get to brackets. Dampe has paid out in a few Qualls. I would not be skipping him right now. Literally hard required in like 4 of the seeds I've seen.
One of these days, we'll see an adult-only seed on Restream.
Oh, man. Pitstopper stealing a nut from that cow. Rude. That was that cow's nut.
She was hungry. But she wasn't hungry enough, apparently.
Well, she was hoarding it for escape. She wanted to escape from the cage Impa keeps her in, so she was going to use the flash to escape, Sheikah style, but it's not going to happen now. So Dodongo in Jabu means DC child, yes. Yes, because Jabu entrance is only... It's only logically there as child. Yes, there's a glitch, but that glitch isn't allowed in these settings, everybody. So yes, we will see a child DC today.
Well, he got a Sphere Zero slingshot, so... that's not a big deal.
No. The only thing really gating us is now Rudo's letter, and then obviously we want strength or explosives to get through the rest of the dungeon. As well, our entrances are randomized. They're not all open. To get up to Fountain, we do need King Zora to shuffle over for us. So we got to find the letter from his daughter, which Alpha is first into his child segment here. Clearing out Mato's house, going to pull prescription and light arrows here. We'll see K-Sword chest. We didn't see that earlier as our runners were there as adult. Can't fit through the hole. And then I wouldn't be surprised if Alpha warps out. I don't know if he warped here in the first place. Probably did.
Yeah, I believe it was a save warp.
To check child spawn. Yeah, so our adult spawn is always at Temple of Time, but our child spawn is randomized.
Sometimes they're really handy, sometimes they're not that great. Oh, K-Sword chest has something. Hammer time!
There's Megaton Hammer. Okay. Well, given where the child spawn is, which seems to be near Kokiri, our runners will get over that eventually, probably near the beginning of their child routes. But obviously that will be required today, as we do need to defeat Volvagia for that water medallion.
And fire's also path to Baronade, so...
Yeah.
Not escaping that regardless.
So Sea Falcon's finally heading upriver to get some information, which Fabio and Kitstopper did earlier. Alpha's going for Lone Scrub here in Lost Woods. Going to get a hint and a check. Let's see if this is a new hint for us. Fairy outside is dead. Damn, rip. And there's this Hyrule Castle Fairy?
Might have been.
And as another feature that Kitstopper is showing right now in the bottom right is checking Dampé's hut does get us a hint to where light arrows are. We already know they're in Mito's house, but that is another feature of this season. I do like it more than it being on Ganondorf. It being on Ganondorf is funny, but it gives the opportunity for Gan's castle to come up sooner and be a bit more important, since our Rainbow Bridge requirement is the vanilla, so Spear Medallion, Shadow Medallion, and Light Arrows. However, I haven't seen Ganon's castle really come into play in these quals so far. I think there was like one seed where it happened.
Once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, so pushed it sooner, but still not going to see it super often, it seems.
Yeah, because I mean, you have, it's basically 1-2 dungeons plus plus light arrows.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Alpha chasing that slingshot to find a bottle in Lost Woods. So to your point earlier, Alexander, that bottle might be important for us today. We'll see where the rest are, though. All right, Sea Falcon next into this first child segment as Kitstopper is making a stop, actually in Fire Temple, to check the room over by Volvagia. Again, we have to do this temple today, so this really isn't wasting any time. You just might pull something good out of here, but we're going to have to do this regardless anyways.
And plus, there's a chance you could get, like, the path item right away, but it looks like we're hammer locked out.
Mm-hmm. I filled up his wallet. It's something. Yeah. All right, Fabio finally getting around to check entrances. Some runners don't worry about checking entrances early. They just do it when they feel like it. Oh, there's Lullaby on Saria's.
Now, this is basically another song available.
That also gives us logical access to Domain, so we're getting closer to doing Dodongo's Cavern. We just gotta find Ruda's letter.
Well, we also need explosives as child.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just kind of hoping that someone runs into some chews at least soon. Or I could see some runners being tempted to go back to Dalton and put that hammer to work and start clearing out some of these grottos Alpha's having to roll past. But I don't think they're going to push that immediately.
But having sons is super convenient.
No, absolutely.
Being able to just change time of day means that you're not really hooped if it turns night when you're trying to get to market.
No, absolutely. We saw Alpha play Sunsong earlier to get some quick movement back from that lone scrub and then set it tonight, so he was able to pick up a skilled Skulltula there in Kokiri, which was his first. But then we saw Sea Falcon now at night doing Night Market as Child, and we have Fabio and Christopher doing everyone's favorite dual slingshot minigame. Everyone loves to see the sharpshooting skills. Ooh. Sea Falcon a little fast, almost warping out, but got his first token as well. Since we didn't see anything important on 30, 40, 50, other than the tunic on 40, our runners aren't going to be pushing these skulls too aggressively, but they're going to be picking them up when they come by them, and we're going to see the Hyrule Castle one hit here if we haven't already. Zora's on path to Morpha? Zora's River? We haven't seen anything there yet, so I'm assuming it's in the grotto.
No, it'd be on Frogs 1. So it means we need storms.
Uh-oh. Oh, we saw the grotto. Oh, yeah. That could be a problem.
Lon Lon Ranch is Fendrona Drifts. Nice.
It's winter.
Especially when one of us here has been playing a lot of Prime. Rando.
I'm assuming you.
Yeah.
How was it?
A lot more trick heavy, because that's generally Metroid randomizers in a nutshell. Where the logic is based around what tricks can be done. After all, you don't even have, like, for most of the games, you don't even have, like, 150 checks.
I'll have to watch one time. I haven't watched any Prime Rando, but we're getting something less random. We got Epona's from Alan, so a little bit of vanilla there. It
is.
Thank you,
indeed.
Axel. Thank you. We appreciate the contributions of everyone in chat.
That being said, it wouldn't be all that bad to go back adults. Oh, that's
Whoa.
Iron Boots there.
Iron Boots. Okay. So that path and river, we know it's not boots now. Could be a hook shot, leads something to a hook shot. The monkey's paw is if it's like wallet for tunic logic or something. But
or it could even be the tunic itself. But I'm gonna lean on the fact that it's probably just a hook shot.
Ooh. You know what's spicy? Is water is inside Shadow Temple entrance, so it could even be Din's or something that leads to Din's.
Oh gosh, yeah, it could be Din's. You're right.
Yeah. It's always a trick with entrance randomizer. We have to remember where the dungeons have moved to and what requirements. So logically, we need Din's to get in for Shadow Temple entrance, and then for Water Temple entrance, we logically need like Iron Boots and a hook shot. But there's a trick allowed this season where you can use hook shot and gold scale to get in, but that's not in logic, I think.
Oh, it was Lost Woods. So, yeah, basically Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, effectively. It's not a bad child spawn, especially once we get Goron City opened up. Yeah.
It'll be even better once we get Prelude.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like upgraded vanilla.
Yeah, you don't have to run out of Link's house. You're already like to the spot you probably want to go to anyways. Alright, looks like Alpha's making his way over to Child Kakariko. Sea Falcon gonna grab Hammer here out of this chest. Fabio's gonna clean up Lon Lon Ranch. Kit Stopper is gonna show up in Lost Woods right now.
Digging here as well.
Oh yeah, setting time of day.
Because it is a relatively easy check to orphan, especially when you're learning the rando. Like if you're experienced a lot, like very experienced, it's something you're less likely to orphan. But it is possible still.
Yeah, I think experienced rando players have been burned by Dampe enough to where even if they want to orphan him, they choose not to. Most of the time.
Unless Graveyard is foolish, then they breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's not orphaning then.
But they most likely have already done a Dampe's race at that point.
Sure. So I think the question now is how soon will we see these runners go back to adult and put that hammer to use? Because while we're getting some good stuff out of our child segment here, it's mostly stuff that where you can action as an adult. So it'll be a question of how long do they want to spend in this child segment, which is their first visit still to child, before going back adult.
Well, it depends. If we can find storms before going back adults, we might see it sooner, but not likely.
Yeah. We at least know Storms is not going to be behind Ocarina of Time check today. We already know that is Serenade. So the question is, how deep is Storms? We might find it in here in Composer's Grave, which would be nice for Alpha. Anything on the memory game? No, Lost Woods is coming up empty so far. Nothing on memory game, nothing on Skull Kid. Best thing we've gotten out there so far is this Tints. Alright, Alpha's about to reveal what's on Composer's Grave. If we don't find Storms here, then we know that we're not getting that Frogs check anytime soon, which it is Song of Time.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, we still needed explosives for the frogs, or a scale.
Oh, yeah. For logical access to Child River, you're correct. It's easy to forget about that.
Song of Time is definitely, definitely something. It makes it easier for GTG.
Yeah, that's the main thing here since we have that path hint. So if someone enters GTG, they can go right, bring up the block, and climb up. But otherwise, that song's not doing too much for us. Hitstopper getting his hammer.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I could see chickens here, and then probably maybe going adults. I mean, that hammer,
yeah,
you definitely want to push stuff that's, like, hammer locked.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's a good chance that hammer is logically locking your explosives or your strength or something. We can also open up more of Hyrule with that hammer, like the Goron City entrance, and it can make moving around a lot faster. This season has had a lot of time spent in the overworld, and a lot of the question is how long do I spend in the overworld at this time or as this age? So reducing any back and forth or taking long way around is really appreciated, I think, for these runners.
All right. What do our lovely chickens have? Well, that could be a lot worse.
Angie loves us. She gave us 2 heart containers today. Both ages.
Lovely person, one may say.
Okay, chat's clamoring for it, Alexander. What's your favorite flavor of goldfish snack? Honestly, I think Presso Goldfish slap.
For me, I always am a sucker for, like, pizza or for barbecue.
Whoa. Barbecue, okay. Pizza, I think that's an acquired taste for a goldfish flavor.
Don't knock it until you try it.
I think I had pizza Pringles once as a kid, and I was disgusted. I'm like, this just tastes like tomato. Regular's really good. Like the original flavor. The rainbow ones taste weird, and they look like cat food. All right. Alpha going to do Night Market, having not done it yet as child. So it's going to clean up those checks, then go adult to your point there, Alexander. And it looks like Sea Falcon's moving to Child Kakariko, falling behind. Or Fabio's going to Child Kakariko, falling behind Sea Falcon, who's working on that now. And same with Kit Stopper. So we've seen pretty similar openings. The only deviations were about how quickly people pushed River, which Fabio and Kit Stopper got there earlier than Sea Falcon Alpha, but they still got around to it at some point. Alpha got to Child first, which is why he's likely going to get back to Adult first. So pretty similar opening here. No one taking the slow march up Death Mountain Trail. All we saw of it so far is Kit Stoppers going in there to peek the front of fire. So, which we did have that hint. Death Mountain Trail has 4, or Death Mountain Crater has 4 majors. Which, considering Death Mountain Crater doesn't have that many checks, that's some good density there. So you have the song. You have the fountain.
And you know that there are 3 other major items outside of the song, so...
Yeah. So you have the song, the fountain, you have the freestanding heart piece on top, and then you have the other freestanding heart piece in the wall, and then you have the grotto. That's good density. That's only 5 checks, and you have the song
and
plus 3 of those.
And yeah, exactly. Song plus 3 of those is a major item.
Yeah, only problem is we might need a beam today, which we'll get around to once we get storms, I imagine, or until we have to march up to Zora's Domain, whatever happens first.
Nice. Getting on the little platform there.
Oh yeah, using the jump slash for Sea Falcon. Alright. Dampe's dug everyone a grave, so thank you very much, Dampe. And Alpha's going to go head back to Adult right now. We'll see what he puts that hammer to use for. And Sea Falcon now collecting chickens. Or finishing up collecting chickens to get another heart container.
Well, goodbye Pokemon Mystery Dungeon theme until we are needed for going to the well entrance.
Ooh, equipping the bottle. Hyper wants to use that bottle. Maybe he's thirsty for Poe Spirits. Sea Falcon going back to market. This is likely going to be an 8 change soon, as he already did Night Market, I believe. Fabio and Kit Stopper finishing up Child Cac, likely to follow suit. I think the main deviation we're going to see is how people put this hammer to use. Warping out with Minuet and then going straight into Lost Woods is a good density play, and you can also open up Goron City there. So I imagine most of the runners are going to follow suit. After that, though, they might start branching out. Oh, free shield. This is a public reminder for those in chat. Zelda Speedruns is not sponsored by any pantry snack. Seems chat's hungry tonight, not just for randos.
Well, it probably didn't help that I just had dinner like moments before as well. So.
Oh, what's that time of day for some people? I had a snack before the run because it's gonna run over my normal dinner time. You gotta be prepared for rando. Gotta have your sleep, drink some water, eat some food. You know, be ready for it. Your brain uses a lot of calories.
Oh, and don't forget to curse the seed before you start it.
The race room was doing that for us. I don't need to do that.
Exactly. Oh,
Pack has three
Kakariko
major
has
items?
five major items,
Five?
and 2 of them
Oh,
are
dang.
songs. And then 1 was a slingshot. So we've already know 4, like the locations of like 4 major items, because the Goron tunic is also a major item.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. So,
So there's only 1 major item left in Kakariko Village.
yeah, hopefully our runners run into that Burning Cac hint at some point, so we know what that is. Because right now, Burning Kakariko, we do have the Fire Medallion, so we're part of the way there, but our Water Medallion's behind Volvagia, which we do have a hammer. And then our Force Medallion's behind Twin Rova, though. So... might still put it kind of late. Off getting around a river now. Did not do river earlier, hence getting into child sooner. Fabio actually going up Death Mountain Trail as child, pushing for DMT checks, and I guess Goron City. Maybe wants to play Saria song to Dad. Not wanting to orphan Dad, I guess. Ooh, there's a big chest behind the bottom of the wall on DMT, though.
Yep. I can see Kit going that way instead of Zora's River.
Yeah. Sea Falcon, I believe, also did Zora's River, so I could see him walking into Goron City too.
He did that before going child. Just before going child, so...
Yeah, here's Fabio checking Darunia now.
Alright, was Dad anything?
He walked a long way to check this, so let's hope it pays off for him.
No.
Dad
had some love. In other words, Darunia may be a weird, quirky dad, but he's a good, weird, quirky dad.
He has at least 1/4 of a heart for his children. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that play. That was a long walk of DMT just to basically learn.
That was a huge gamble.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time walking up DMT. You learned there was a big chest there that you can't get yet. And all you can do is Darunia. You can't do pot because we don't have strength or bombs. You can't stop hot water, no strength or bombs. So if you have to go back to... Oh, there's explosives. But if you have to go back to Goron City later, having already checked Dad, that already devalues it. Yeah. Interesting gamble. But, you know, Fabio is a very strong player. So, whoa, 20 pack? Okay, well, these runners aren't going to be worried about explosives for a while. They're like, okay, cool. That plus hammer, whatever.
Yeah.
Is Fabio going Valley? This does look like a Valley play.
It is a Valley play.
Dang, Fabio's just throwing the Hail Marys out right now. So, like I was saying, Fabio's a very strong runner. Did make it to main tournament last year, qualifies 21st, and then went all the way to lower round 4, so made it pretty far through the tournament. But this is only his 4th race for this qualifier season. So,
10 Skulls had a bomb bag.
Oh, there's our explosives.
Lon Lon Ranch, Path to Morpha. Iron boots. Like, without a doubt, they're iron boots. Oh yes, your alpha, you rush fire with that hammer and bomb bag.
Oh yeah, it's right there too.
Anything else?
No, that's what he's doing. He's walking up DMT right now to go into fire. He walked by it earlier, but now he's got bombs. And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go do fire.
Yep,
that's
that was the last major in CAC as well. So if you have been keeping track, you can actually. Oh wait, that's magic on the volcano.
Oh, second magic.
But yeah, if you've been keeping track of your major item count, then you know that you can skip the rest of CAC except for songs and such.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a wallet in DMT, and there's another wallet in Crater.
Oh, it's
Yay.
not wallet shenanigans! Oh, it's a hook shot! It's a hook shot on Frogs 1! More than likely.
Probably. There's another bomb bag in Valley.
Bag.
Dang, what the heck? So Fabia's gonna feel like he got paid out on that one, not realizing there's also a bomb bag on 10. Oh, going into Set Scarecrow's song here in Lake Hylia. That, or I don't know. No, Fabio went for info. He should know this is dead. Like, this is foolish.
I mean, there is at least one hint worth picking up, and then, yeah, you just, get the Scarecrow set up. Oh, Hammer Chest was hinted anyway. Not that it really mattered.
There's another bomb bag in Crater on freestanding heart piece in the wall. Well, we found all of our bomb bags in the last 2 minutes. So great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's really funny because all of the 3 of these runners on Restream found different bomb bags, and they're all probably thinking like, dude, I got this, I rushed 10, or man, I don't know when people are going to stretch out for Crater as adult, or man, I just sniped this bomb bag out of Valley, but what little do they know, they're all explosives loaded.
Yeah.
I think right now, though, Fabio... Oh, Ice Cavern teaches Requiem.
Oh. That's definitely not a bad one to pick up.
No.
Actually, where was Ice again? What's the command?
Ice Cavern is in Force Entrance, so we're gonna need that hook shot to get in there.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
we got a bottle.
Bolero.
Okay. Yeah,
okay,
I see it.
So... Storms
yeah.
is on Requiem?
Possibly. We would need... That would mean that's...
yeah.
It doesn't need to be, though.
No, it could be on Prelude. Check. Or Bolero,
It could be on Bolero, yeah.
That's the main thing about these hints. It's giving us info where Storms is, but I mean, at this rate, the main thing I'm thinking is that Frogs one is a hook shot.
Yeah,
ideally for runners. Yeah.
The only other thing it could be is like a Dins or like a roundabout way of getting either of those.
Yeah. Let's see. Morpha is Spirit Medallion, so that's a bridge requirement. So yeah, that's probably Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know that neither hookshot can be in Ganon's castle because of, like, the fact that water is one of our lax dungeons.
And even though we have that water hop to skip the long shot requirement, it's still logically required. So we're not going to be in Ganon's castle as long shot mode.
Yeah. Granted, you don't really need long shot, you know, if you can do water hop. Yeah, Alpha's gonna do as much as he can in fire. Like,
yeah, this is
if you're basically way out of logic. I mean,
yeah, this is a pretty dense place to check in general. My only concern
it's also
here
past
for him.
The barricade.
No, that's true. This could be where Rang is, or something that leads us to Rang, or Baronade is inside bottom of the well today.
So it could actually lead to Storms, in theory.
Yeah. Like, if Storms is on... Storm's on Prelude, then we need to get Twin Rova. Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah, so this is path, so that's why Alpha's going to do as much as he can in here. Based on his key count, he could get bow locked, but odds are low. He didn't set Pierre, but he doesn't have hookshot anyway, so he could still get key locked on the way up. And if that's the case, well then so be it. That's a piece of heart.
That was dead.
That was dead. He only has one more box to open, so actually, he might get locked out halfway up here. Oh, yeah.
It has to be like the small key or the boss key at this point.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Alpha's still going for it.
I think it's just he's like, I'm already up here. Let's just see where this leads.
No, I'm talking about
all 3 of his races. So I think he's just playing consistent to hit well in quals. So I think it's just more consistent for him to not abandon 20.
Also, we are bow locked out of fire.
Dick.
That's the first time in a while that's happened.
Yeah. We've gotten to this position in quals a few times where, like, you could get bow locked, but no one has. I don't know if we saw this hit on Hitstopper's side. Nah, it's claim check hit, yeah. Alright, so Fabi's gonna pull some chews here for the maze, a 20 pack. And then Sea Falcon's gonna get bow locked going up here in fire. Alpha is likely gonna go start clearing out Crater. And is gonna run into another bomb bag.
And another wallet.
And another wallet. No one's gonna really go out of their way to get that second magic. You'd have to plant a bean. It's a pain in the butt. So everyone will see that.
You can do anything else right now.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, okay, cool. I don't need to do that. Right. No one's skipping this Medigoron hint, which is our long path that we saw earlier, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hitstopper going into fire now too. Well, going back into fire, since he was the first in to show us that we were hammer locked immediately.
Yep. At this point, it's either looking like field or like going back child here.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a whole lot that we yielded as adults.
Yeah, I think a strong play might be to go back child and then push field with your explosives and hope that you stumble into letter, and then you can head up into domain and just do DC. You can always push field as adult too, but it's not going to be much faster, I think, because you're still going to have to age change anyways.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else to do as adult right now. Yeah, we're still missing some items to really get into most of our dungeons here. We can't even hookshot extension across bridge for an out of logic GT Gerudo's Fortress play. I don't think anyone wants to rush Ice Cavern entrance for Forest, considering
we do have
Forest
opponents, so we can actually get into Gerudo Fortress.
That's a good point. We do have Horrors. Which GTG entrance locks Shadow. Bad. Yeah, it says Shadow's a stone, so getting into GTG entrance for Shadow is not very attractive. Forest Temple is an Ice Cavern entrance, which is also a stone. So the 2 dungeons we can maybe rush are both stone dungeons, which aren't required, as we're looking for 6 medallions for a boss key.
Yep. So, Might not be that bad though, just to get to Hammer Rocks.
Yeah, for everybody but Fabio, they haven't made it out to Valley yet, so they could do Hammer Rock. They could use one of their chews to peek the crate, which is just more chews. And then if they wanted to go to the waterfall, they could pick up a second bomb bag if they would like. So from the play of I'm looking for things to do, it's not bad. It is possible that our letter is on the other side of Valley, considering how early Epona's and Hammer were.
Yeah. Plus, Epona's is a little bit faster, or hiking around than.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what our runners do. There's a little bit of chaos this seed so far. I'm liking it.
Yeah, they're really starting to deviate now. So Kid Stopper committing to that fire temple, going all the way up. Fabio's already out checking DMT. Sea Falcon is calling Epona when going out to field. So this might be what you're bringing up, using Epona to get around field, do some checks. Alpha's working down DMT. Might do the same here. He's really pushing those skulls early. Already up to 15. 15 skulls in under 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sea Falcon's doing Hyrule Field with horse.
And I mean, you can get a couple hints here as well, so it's not like the worst plan. Oh, it's Bolero on Nocturne.
Yes. I think that's the second copy of that hint. So it's good that we know that we've seen two now. And then Alpha not using horse, going back to child. So we'll see where Alpha's heading, what he has in mind here.
Probably Bumchu Bowling first, I can imagine.
Yeah, get those two checks out of the way. I think Fabio went in before turning adult and didn't see anything on it. I saw him in there.
Both dead. Oh, it's a stick upgrade. Not the worst thing to see, but like not super necessary either.
These runners aren't going to go out of the way for that. But yeah, at least it's easy to identify. They're not standing there staring at it like, what is that? Alpha getting some money for Bumchu Bowling.
Yep. Does not take broke kids. They're to play games. They're not allowed to go bowling.
It's to cover the insurance costs for operating the Bumchu Bowling Alley. Oh, Sea Falcon finding a big chest out here in Hyrule Field. Let's see. This might. Oh, okay.
Oh, God,
Zora's
no.
Tunic.
Yep.
Well, now that reaffirms that Frog's one is most definitely not.
I mean, we
bait.
found both wallets, like
yeah, both wallets. The
fairly
tunic.
early on.
We already have iron boots. Or we are only missing one path hint though, so we have 4 of our path hints already, which is great. Some of these seeds have really hit in those path hints, Steve. Here's another big
That is a
chest.
Sphere 01.
Yeah, this is just South Hyrule Field open ground. There's our bow.
Oh God! Oh, Adult Spirit. There's a key on the adult side. Oh my God. Well,
Cool. No, none of our runners are really gonna miss that. So, whoa, man, Alpha even. Oh, there's
gosh!
Scale.
Yep. That's
That doesn't really do much. We already had bomb bags. We already had iron boots.
it opens up Zora's domain. Well,
yeah,
partially.
Well, from the Lake Hylia side, but we already had Lullaby too, and Bomb Bag and stuff, so it makes Water Hop easier. But yeah, Alpha's using his bottle to get skulls out of dirt piles. He really wants to push this 20.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, this was what I was thinking. I think Sea Falcon just didn't want to isolate this, because this could be, like, something big. It is not.
No. You're gonna set up to use
he's
a
gonna
chew
do the
here.
bump chew peek here, and then check the waterfall, and get the third bomb bag and say, nope, I'm out of here. Oh, HBA! Right, because the bow opened up.
Yep.
Oh, better hurry. Better hurry.
Okay, worst case scenario, you just do your horn again. It's fine. I think Sea Falcon made the day cycle. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with chat though. Alpha's on an adventure right now. He just really wanted to chase those skulls, and then I guess he really wanted to get around to Child Goron City, which he can do everything in here now. So we're gonna see some new checks here.
Then
there was a hint earlier.
Oh,
what?
Right. Yeah, that was for the maze. But
okay.
now we can do all of Child Goron City.
Yep. So let's see Hot Rodder. This will be new information.
And
Alright.
Meager allowance. Well, that was dead. But we do have HBA.
Yeah, so there's 2 more checks. I don't expect Sea Falcon to go into Stone Shadow here. It would literally be 2 checks and then you leave.
You can't even do those 2 checks.
Oh yeah, I can't cross the gap.
It's no hook shot.
Yeah. Can't logically cross, but he could.
Yeah. Yeah. But would you want to, is the other question.
I don't know, because we're hoping to find Song of Storms at some point, and it could be in 3 spots. One of them is on the Requiem check.
Yeah.
So it could pay out. Could really help with that child revisit later, but at the same time...
Strength!
Oh, there's strength.
Oh, wow,
that's our first
that
strength
was very
of the
much
seed.
definitely worth it.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
And that's in logic too. So,
yep.
Fire completion is basically inbound, unless Pierre has the boss key.
Yeah. I don't think any of the runners are going to be excited about going back to fire without Pierre and a hookshot at this point. Where are we going, dude?
Oh. Well, that route... Oh, I see. Oh,
to get back easier? Yeah.
Like, if it's nothing important, then you just leave. But if it's,
I don't think he's checked Waterfall yet. I think he's going to jump down, see what Waterfall is.
Oh, yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and then he can reset to go back to the entrance, and then I think he's going to cross. I think he's going to gamble for that song check.
Yeah, he's going to do out of logic crossing here.
Yeah. So we're actually seeing some pretty risky plays here on Restream. And again, these runners only have 3 or 4 races under their belts so far. So Fabio didn't really get paid out on climbing DMT as a child. And is now getting around doing Higher Field as an adult. Sea Falcon's going to get more bombs here. I think he's just going to reset, though. I think he'd rather have the movement. He's thinking about it. Yeah, there you go.
You're better off just having the distance cleared out rather than an extra 10 bombs. Because the game's usually pretty generous.
Yeah, absolutely. And he still has like 15 shoes, hammer, 18 shoes even better. So he's not going to worry about being able to carry 10 more bombs. And Alpha's at 20 skulls now. Just had to go take a little dip in the graveyard for one. Yeah, chat's speculating Mr. Moxie's going to do a pretty similar route. Or Mr. Moxie in chat is speculating that 20, unfortunately, just 5 rupees. So we'll see where Alpha goes next, though.
Alpha setting up a death warp here.
Yeah, so Kitstopper warping back up to the top to go do Fortress. Right. No, it's okay. Yeah, on the restream comms, the names are above, or they're below the streams, so it's easy to like read the name above and below when they're on the bottom.
Yeah, it's on me.
That's okay.
Yeah, doing desert here is pretty fair, I think. You get
you're only
song information. You can do a check on the way.
No, absolutely. And like the songs that are remaining that we know is, this has to be Storms, which we know is an important check now on Frogs 1. It also opens well for us to get into Jabu. It could be Bolero, which would be really nice for movement, and then Bolero will get us another song. It can't be. All right,
it can't be Bolero because it's on Nocturne.
Yeah. It could be Prelude, which could help with some movement, or it could be Nocturne, which would also help with movement and give us access to.
Yeah, it's Nocturne, Storms, or Prelude. That's the only 3 it can be.
Mm-hmm. Chat remarking about having a foolish lake being pretty normal. I mean, I feel like last season I saw a lot more like Haunted Wasteland foolish, because that's literally just a check.
Saw a lot of DMT foolish too.
Oh yeah.
Heck, I get a lot of Zora's Domain foolishes in Combo Rando.
Yeah, good point. All right, Sea Falcon's going to give us some important information here with a hint, and then the song.
Shadow Trial 2 is dead?
That's a good hint.
Wait, is that Dints? Maybe I'm misseeing it, but...
I didn't see it clearly.
Oh, that's Storms.
Storms on Requiem.
You want to go Child here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big pull. Yeah, this is a hike that got paid out, and it looks like Fabio actually didn't take that route, going back to Adult CAC. Kitstopper just got his strength off horseback archery, so if anyone's going to cross out of logic, it's going to be Kitstopper, who's in Fortress right now. Alpha might do it here in a minute or two, but he's just going to be working around Hyrule Field at the moment. Well, Sea Falcon pushing Adult CAC. I'm assuming to do the same thing Fabio's doing, which is shooting gallery.
Might be just going to be doing fire here too.
Fire without hookshot though, and I don't.
It's only one check.
I know, but we're bow locked, so it's like.
And we
Also,
did
what
see
if
a
it's your
key and
path?
shortcut.
Okay. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are like
both of
Fabio's
them are
back to
going
fire.
into fire. Yeah, Favio's going to fire, Falcon's going back to fire.
I understand the play because it's progression. Like, we have to do fire. You know fire's path. I understand it. It just... Oh. Actually, he's going up TMT still.
Oh, wait. Storms.
Oh, for the grotto.
Storms here. Yeah.
I see. Do DMT, yeah, DMT storms, then go into fire.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This is a grotto that's easy to abandon, especially when you've already walked by it like 2 or 3 times. So doing it now is probably the best time to do it.
And it was a repeat.
It's alright. Don't have to think about the check anymore, at least. I'm just gonna say right now, if they get all through fire and they skip Pierre, they don't find their path item, I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna feel bad to have to go back up to Pierre.
I mean, shortcut's a key, so...
Right.
You're going to be opening up the shortcut anyway. Especially
I just
since
always
Upper Maze is dead.
Yeah, Fabio got Pierre, but he doesn't have hookshot, is my point. And we're pretty confident hookshot or something leading to hookshots on Frogs 1.
Yeah,
so
it's not
can,
like we can stretch his arms out and grab a Pierre.
Yeah. We can wave high. Get it, Alpha, damn. Try to go for the big bow.
Cursed Ghost.
Mm-hmm. Oh, looks like he's gonna go back in, come out, and try that again.
Yeah, well, you gotta give it a shot.
You can always find the other hook and deep fire. That's the it's good optimism. I like it. Our path in fire is to Baronade. So part of me thinking it's well, we got Storm. So Baronade is inside Bottom of the Well. We got Storms from Requiem. So it could be something for Logical Crossing, which would be messed up.
Well, we're about to see if Big Pose is anything.
Hmm.
Chances are good it's probably just for Boomerang, but you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nobody goes for 40 for just the tunic. Even in something like Oko, no, that's not happening.
Yeah, especially since we're in fire completion status so early. It's like, if you still didn't have hammer or something, it's like, well, I don't know, maybe like... Maybe if I'm bored and I want to practice my skull routing, but 40 is a lot of skulls. You're going out of the way for 40.
It'd be like your last dungeon in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if hammer was on 50, you'd 100% get it.
Yeah, if hammer's on 50, then you get tunic on 40. The sea has also been pretty generous with heart containers. Like, all of these runners have way more hearts than they need to deal with the fire timer, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not exactly a a pressing matter when it comes to health at this point.
Mm-hmm. So Fabio saw another key there on I think it's Compass Chest. Didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
We're running out of checks, so if highest Goron isn't anything, then it's either on Megaton. Okay, there's our major item. So then boss key has to be on Megaton Hammer check or Pierre.
If it's on Pierre, well, you're on the hunt for a hook shot.
Yeah.
Although there is a chance that it could be the last small key, which would be a good windfall for our runners.
Good point.
So if you're the runners, you're hoping... Oh, there's a hook shot. Yeah.
Jack called it. Hook shot and deep fire. Wait, so path fire to Baronade being hook shot, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So then the frogs one, if that's another hook shot, then I guess it'd be our long shot?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe just logical crossings really late.
Well, you can get into ice now.
Oh, that's a good point. Force entrance.
Because it's completely in logic. Because we got strength, we got bomb bag, we got bow, we got hammer. So
yeah.
we can get into ice cavern and get the long shot, which.
Well, we get Requiem, so then we can just do right over.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I missed it, but while we're in quadruple fire temple, I think this is the good time as any to welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We're a little bit over an hour in now. This is qualifier number 13 for season 9 of the standard tournament. We want to thank you all for being here. We especially want to thank our 4 runners today who are sharing their streams with us: Sea Falcon, Alpha, Fabio, and Chris Kitstopper. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We also want to thank our trackers today. Tom will talk, Warren Traveler, Mr. Moxie, and Baseball. As we've talked about all season, Season 9 is full of information, so having you all here to help us keep track of items and other information is essential, so thank you very much. And also thank you, Baseball, for restreaming, as Fabio pulls that chest from Megaton Hammer. I know she evoked it, so we don't have to go back to CPR later. And thanks for being with me here tonight, Alexander. Appreciate you, as always.
Yeah, no problem. Happy almost 66 minutes.
Almost. And we're gonna see a boss kill soon.
Yep. So, if Volvagia is an item, we don't have to go back into fire. If Volvagia is a key, there's a possibility we may have to go back in.
The old adage is always clear your paths.
The only person on Restream who could feasibly do Pierre at the moment is Fabio, because he's the only one who set up Scarecrow.
And that's what he's doing right now. He's like, I do not want to come back here. I'm already up here. I'll just climb down and check it. That's some good foresight. Ice is in Force Temple entrance today, chat. And there's all of our entrances. Thank you very much.
And it's also completely in logic, so... That means that the storms is that Sea Falcon just got is in logic.
Yeah, so not as deep as I thought with that hookshot pull. Ace Sword on Hammer Chest? If it is... No, we got the boss key from Hammer Chest. So...
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see the Kokiri Sword today because Deku's foolish and Deku's in Deku, so... Meh.
And Serenade is on Ocarina of Time, so we're not likely going to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the last key, so... Yeah.
Alright. Well, Fabio doesn't have to worry about...
So, Volv as an item.
Yeah.
Sea Falcon getting Troll Hold on the first one.
It happens.
As we listen to Peach Beach.
Nice. Good kill by Sea Falcon. Got trolled, but still got through a quick Volvagia. Fabio in next.
That's the power of the bomb chew strats.
Bomb chews are great.
All right.
Love them.
Yep.
And Kid Stopper's right behind Fabio. Not quite a triple Volvagia, but almost. We almost had 3 dragons on stream at once.
Yeah. And it is for that hook shot. It does lock the other hook shot, so I am not entirely surprised by that.
Yeah.
It also means that either hovers or lens is locked by that as well. Granted, we've not seen either of those yet, and they could be very late regardless.
Yeah, again, we start with magic, but it doesn't matter. The first magic thing we found was light arrows, which, again, Ocarina of Time, we don't really care about light arrows outside of finishing the game. My Kid Stopper using that bow.
I think we're going to be seeing Bolero on Sea Falcon's side, which is Prelude. Prelude or Nocturne, it's one of those two.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably Nocturne.
Nocturne would be nice. Prelude would also be nice, though, because we do have to go do Child Jabu entrance, so that's kind of out of the way. So being able to get back from there quickly would be cool. It is Nocturne.
I thought so.
Good call.
Well, which means that Prelude's vanilla.
Ooh, here you go. Going straight into ice. So you called it. Sea Falcon's going for that Requiem.
If I'm not mistaken, Din's was on the arch.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it, but that would pass the vibe check.
Plus, it's nice to have. Fabio also going for Bolero here.
I think all of the runners are going to get Bolero after Fire Temple. It's kind of like, when else do you hike back up here? Might as well do it now.
Yeah, I agree.
And as a reminder, our Fire Temple entrance is to bottom of the well. So our runners don't even care about that until they get Bolero off of Burning Cack. And even then, I don't think anyone's going to push that when they have things to action.
Not immediately.
Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking about path priority, but then I realized that Jabu and water are technically on the same level of path priority.
Yeah.
There is a chance that the boomerang could simply just be in Water Temple.
Yeah, you're right. That's a possibility. I'm not too worried about Boomerang. We'll find it when we find it. Right now, what I was thinking about is... So Sea Falcon crossed out of logic to get Storms. But then he didn't use it to push Frogs 1. He just went and did Fire Temple. And now Fabio's going to get Requiem and get Storms without crossing. So I don't know how much... I don't really think Sea Falcon's going to get paid out for playing aggressive like that. I feel like if you're going to make that aggressive play, you want to put it to action immediately and see if it keeps chaining. But Sea Falcon is going to pull both blue fire arrows in Ice Cavern after having to already bottle a few things. But I guess he doesn't have to bottle anything else now. So better late than never.
It is still faster. Too bad we couldn't use it on Volvagia, because it does basically BGS damage.
Yeah, when it's like the best thing to use if you get Volvigia flying, which Alpha avoided it with a clean kill there by Alpha. So all of our runners are now done with Fire Temple on Restream. Which I do also want to remind everybody that this qualifier has over 50 participants, 54 participants. So you're only seeing 4 of the 54 that we have in this one race, which is a pretty good amount for a weekday race. Usually these have been numbering closer in the 40s, but I guess people were marking out. Maybe it's because it's the end of the week.
I mean, it is Thursday nights, and I know there are people who... Yeah. It's also, like, big considering that it's closer to the end of the quals. You tend to get more people at the beginning.
Yeah, right now, there are a lot of runners in this race who are just trying to log their, 8th race. So, as a reminder to everybody who might be watching and maybe aren't as familiar, our participants this season are looking to log a minimum of 5 races. And of those 5, their highest score will be dropped, and then it will take their next 4. But they can do up to 8 and have those apply for whatever their top 5 are. So a lot of our runners are already looking to, squeak out a higher score with their 7th or 8th race. All of these runners are restreaming, though. This is either their 4th or 5th race, having completed 3 or 4 already. But Sea Falcon's all done with Ice Cavern. Blue Fire Arrow's speeding up that latter half and playing Minuet out to save and quit.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to go put that Storms to work, finally.
Yeah. We also have Child Spirit to do, too, because we got that slingshot. We got a bomb bag.
That's a good point.
You could find a strength in there. Like, there is like an inkling of a chance that, it could actually be Rang for frogs to lock Longshot.
Yeah. Right,
yeah, Water
Child
Temple
Spirit
entrance is available, too. That's right.
Yeah. Because we have a... Oh, go ahead.
I'm just seeing... Water... Yeah, it's Water's GTG, so... Would it be the worst to go there now?
Yeah, we have most of the items we need to get it done. The only thing we can't do in GTG right now is Silver Block Room in the back. But otherwise, everything else is doable. So... And it's Path, so it's not the worst place to go. That's not on Sea Falcon's mind, though, since he went Child. I think he's going to go push River, see what's on Frogs 1 with Storms, and I'll be curious to see where he goes from there. I think it'd be... I think I would be...
Arch.
Oh,
I
okay.
was right. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Sea Falcon pushed to go do Ice, because he realized that he was going to need Requiem regardless to get that din for planting the bean.
Yeah, because you don't want to gamble on trying to find fire arrows for FAE.
No.
We have Song of Time. That was super early.
Yes. We can do Toilet. Toilet is in play. Will we see it? Probably not. No one wants to do Toilet. It's slow and it's one check. They're only going to do Toilet if they did everything else, including the Silver Block.
But we're first going to be grabbing 1 bean.
We do need a bean today.
Nintendo 64 games really loved their beans.
It's a good snack. Healthy.
I mean, look, this guy's addicted to it. He's eating the whole bag.
Not good to eat your own supply like that.
And he's jacking up the price.
He's cornered the market.
Alright, well, I was about to see what the path is. Good chances it's just a long shot, but there is a chance, too, that it could be something like... something really silly.
Yeah, that's
strength.
good. That's okay. That's kind of
well,
silly.
Honestly, I would probably just push, like, GTG, maybe? I'd actually first plant the bean, then do GTG myself.
Okay, so logically, that's our... No. I was gonna say second, but no, it's
logic.
not.
Yes,
Or is it? Oh, because it's behind,
because it's
Hookshot, which is behind
logs.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
it's
logically your
fire.
strength too.
Yep, it's logical strength too.
So
what's in GTG is probably just then a mirror shield.
Well, it's Zora's River's path to Morpha, so
Yeah,
it's yeah.
because you can go into Spirit Temple. And Spirit Temple is likely going to have something. But GTG, I'm thinking, is Mirror Shield. Otherwise, if it was something that could unlock, you know, Baronade and or Morpha, it'd actually be Path to Morpha due to path prioritization. So
Right,
it's just Mirror Shield in GTG. Path priority and water hop are the two things this season.
yeah, we did. So the fastest jet this season, path priority put people on it. So those who didn't catch the path priority, whether they missed a hint or maybe they just misread, missed literally the fastest jet of the season. The top 7 average for that one was 1 hour and 50 minutes and 7. So now knowing that's strength 2, I guess I don't fault Sea Falcon for not pushing it earlier. Because, like, if it was our other hook shot, so it would be a long shot or whatever, then he could have done some other routing and pushed with that. But since this is strength 2, honestly, not a huge deal. I mean, that's Fabio's strength 1, because he hasn't gotten around to HBA yet. But
yeah, and Fabio should recognize that since that hook is long shot or hook shot, that strength, that there's a strength out there that locks that hook shot. They should probably go investigate the stuff that's still in logic.
yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be seeing a bean planting, and then we're probably going to be going adults on Fabio's side, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Child Spirit. I mean, you can do a few things there.
Oh, absolutely. Always a fun thing this season is people, you know, they'll like, well, I could do adult spirit, so I'm going to try that. And then, like, we know small keys on the on adult spirit side early from a hint, but you can still get key locked or something and have to go over to child side, or the boss key is just on child side, which happens. So, but yeah, Fabio and child spirit going to get some checks here, and this might also fill in some blanks too.
But yeah, Fabio doesn't have a strength like the other strength.
Yeah.
So that... Although... You kind of want to push Child Spirit regardless, since you're here.
Alpha about to get his first strength off frogs. Hit Stopper in Lost Woods swimming out because he got his strength off HBA. He was the other one who went and did HBA. He just didn't cross out of logic. Oh, did Fabio get pitted?
He did that himself to skip the cutscene.
Oh. There's
Bruno's letter. Oh my god.
That's
That's Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go do that immediately. It looks like playing Nocturne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like saving resetting would be faster, puts you in Lost Woods.
Yeah. He just had to... Oh. He's sticking around here. But, you had to warp somewhere. Oh, is this, Oh, he was trying to get more pellets.
Hmm.
There are pellets, like, in the pots near Jabu. Yeah, GTG is not a bad spot. It is path to Rova, but it also just dungeon progression. And technically speaking, Dodongo's Cavern can actually be on the path to Jabu. Actually, to Baronade and to Morpha. Actually, no, just to Baronade, because.
Okay. So Sea Falcons is going to go into domain, likely do domain checks here, then just head up to Jabu entrance and go knock out Child DC. So all the Child DC enjoyers, get ready. Fabio's doing the same thing right now. There's that Fire Temple to Baronade hint again. It's our second copy, so we're still missing one path.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I think the paths that we have gotten have given us enough information. Here did domain checks.
Yeah, Sea Falcon did domain checks. Fabio hasn't.
Oh man, I didn't even see that earlier. I was looking at something else, I guess.
They were junk. So, like, nothing too interesting.
Yeah, no, Alpha going back out to River to do... going to domain. And Kitstopper likely to do the same thing. Our runner is just getting filtered into a very specific route this seed. No major deviations for a while, just them all kind of chasing each other.
I mean, path priority just kind of simplifies the logic quite a bit more than you'd think. It's not too dissimilar to what happens in Majora's Mask with logic simplification.
Right, because to your point, they've likely read that path GTG to Twin Rova hint, and based on what they know, they're like, okay, this is probably mirror. I don't really need to push that right now. I'm not... Like, for the ones who haven't found their second strength, they're like, well, I can't even do anything with that right now, so I don't care. And the ones that have it are like, I'll get that when I need it later. I don't need that right now.
Yeah. And I meant... Oh yeah, when I was thinking of what was in MM, it's logic reduction. My bad.
Reductive
Which
logic.
can... Basically, it causes some really interesting shenanigans. Yeah, we are getting quadruple Child of Dodongo's Cavern. And it's a work of art. Almost good enough to hang on the wall, if anyone wants pictures. Now's the time.
Yeah, I don't really...
Or hell, even on the fridge. Put it on with the big magnet.
Right. I don't think there's anything that can push us into AD at this point.
No, there's nothing in AD other than potentially something of interest in Forest or Shadow, but more likely Forest because of that Rudo's Ladder location. Mirror Shield is 100. I'm gonna guess in GTG. You can basically leave as soon as you get that Mirror Shield as well.
I think that was our last path hint that Fabio just read. Lost Woods' path to Twinrova?
Yeah, so not much of interest.
Yeah.
Can't be. Because Din's is on top of the arch, I believe.
Yeah. That's why our runners went to go plant the bean, because they saw it earlier.
Also, since Water Temple is in Shadow Temple entrance, it would have been then counted as path to like path to Morpha instead, because of again path prioritization.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's fire arrow.
I'm still grabbing that Dins. It's faster than FAE. Warping there
absolutely.
twice.
Also, our runners only have 1 bar of magic. It's pretty easy to mess up FAE and then just run out of magic. It takes like 20 arrows or something too. So just get the Dins. And because you also might need Dins for, I don't know, swag. Be like, hey, I went and got Dins, dude. I was going to say Shadow, but I'm like, Shadow's a stone. We don't care. For the spike wall room. If we're in the spike wall room in Stone Shadow, something went wrong.
It is possible for something like that.
Yeah, I don't want it to be though.
But we're opening the mouth for the Dodongo here. But,
all right, well, while we look at a quadruple child DC, let's speculate where our runners are going to go next.
I believe Sea Falcon's going to go adults. There's not much reason to stay child when you know there are three places of interest as adults. You know that Adult Spirit is likely going to have something for Morpha. Not that it's really needed, but it could also have the Boomerang in Spirit.
I feel like we might see... Yeah, I feel like we might see Water, since that's
Oh yeah, Lustwood's had Bottle. Oh yeah, for Ice. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Lostwood's Path to Twinrova for
for the bottle.
Yep. To unlock the blue fire arrows.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're going to go adult. I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes to GTG to try and maybe snake that mirror shield before going out to Spirit. I also wouldn't be surprised if they just go grab Dins and then immediately go into Water and just do Water Temple, get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the main plays we'll see here next.
But yeah, if you've practiced your Bombchu strats for the Dodongo in the main lobby, this will definitely be that time where it pays out here. Because you save so much time in Child DC doing that. Especially if you can get a peek at that chest. The bomb bag chest.
Oh, yeah. So you don't have to go all the way around.
Yep.
Like Kit Stopper's doing right now.
And Favio did that as well. Whereas Alpha and Sea Falcon both skipped all of that.
Yeah, these Lizalfos like to troll, so avoiding fighting them's always a good one.
Sometimes you have no choice. Because you could get something that is required there.
Alright, Sea Falcon's out first, and is checking the Fairy Fountain up in Zora's Fountain. And then we'll likely leave from here. Wow, another heart container.
Okay, yeah, this is an adult play because this is the closest spot to actually just going adult from our position here.
Yeah. Gonna be some slow age changes without Prelude, but it's unavoidable to see.
Plus, you could set up the well entrance as well.
That's true, we can open it while we're here.
I mean, it's not super necessary because you still need a,
Boomerang.
you know, a boomerang.
Yeah. It's something to keep in mind, though, during these randos.
There is actually a chance that it's a vanilla boomerang. Because it would still be hookshot locked. Because of storms.
Yeah, I could see some runners pushing that if they get deep and their remaining checks are all stone dungeons or really out of the way. I could see them just saying, okay, well, maybe it's just in there and go check the first chest. Worst case scenario, you just get Rudo up to floor 1 and you don't have to worry about it later.
Yeah.
Alright, Alpha's all done. And is going to do the same thing. Go check Fountain here, then leave. Sea Falcon about to go adult. Fabio likely about to do the same checks that Alpha's doing. And then Kit Stopper is going to be the last one out of DC. Was also the last one in, though, and had to do the Lizalfos loop.
Well, we don't have furores, so unfortunately.
Yeah, chat's saying that like we find FW on the ring chest, so then coming back's not so bad, but you still have to go back and grab Rudo from the other room anyways. So, and it's well, so that's not the worst place to get back to, especially since we have Nocturne.
Wait, why are we getting Broken Stick in this room?
I don't know, maybe he's low on sticks? He's got 2 sticks.
It's gonna be even worse now.
Exactly enough
Don't worry,
sticks.
that just happens. That just happens to all of us. We just kind of forget for gore.
Yeah. So Alpha doing what you said, just draining the well now while he's here, but I don't know if he's gonna...
Probably not. He's not committing to it.
Nah, no, he's exiting. I was interested to see if someone was gonna drain and go in for that one check, but...
Yeah, Sea Falcon's going into GGG. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he's got strength too. You do everything in there, and you have to go in there at some point. So
yeah, you get that before you get the Din's fire. so not a bad play here.
No. Yeah, if you find Mirror Shield really quick, you can just warp out and grab his fire and be like, okay, cool, and then just keep the
only
seed
other thing I
rolling.
can think of is like you could push the Strength 2 block room, because there can be other stuff in GTG. Because if it's just a mirror shield that it points to, then that more than fulfills it. But the Strength 2 block room could still have other things in there.
Yeah. Other than Boomerang, there's just not much else we care about, though, that we could find in here.
Yeah.
I guess if you do stumble across Long Shot, that could save you some time. But
Oh god, if it's hovers in GTG, then Shadow has something.
yeah, something hovers locked.
It's like plain and simple. It's Shadow. Shadow or it's Haunted Wasteland chest. It's one of those two. Which you'd be getting it on the way to Shadow anyway. So it's not like the worst thing. This could be it right here. Nope.
Okay, nope. We got Slingshot off Roof Guy. That's definitely not the path item.
No way. Besides, this is Slingshot locked anyway because of the bottle location.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, that is a Slingshot locked Slingshot if you were keeping a track at home.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Alpha doing the same thing, going straight to GTG. Fabio actually going for Dins first. Please make the jump. It always feels bad when you miss this jump or get trolled by a Gwei or something in Colossus.
Yeah.
Speaking of Gwei, don't do it! Yay! We're okay, then we're just gonna warp out.
Yep, it's a water temple play here. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, Fabio's is getting Dins first, that's all. And then go straight into water, clean that up. Likely see a water hop in here, everybody. Beer on Bongo. Chat's hoping for a long seed. Hey, just got a key out of the silver block room.
Yeah. I figured that it wouldn't be in the silver block room because I'm pretty sure like the path item that it's pointing to next from that Strength 2 is in Spirit Temple.
Hmm. Well, Fabio pulling something big out of water. Neighbors.
Junk.
I do like pushing the compass chest. Could have been in and out of water really fast.
There's something in the hidden room.
Alpha actually going right first instead of left around the maze. He doesn't have strength 2, so that's likely why.
Well, it won't have much impact on the strength 2. Like, for the GTG path. There's quite a few keys, and there's something on the right
box
in the maze.
Yeah, I think you need at least
4.
5 or 6 key. 4? That's a, oh, okay. I was like, I'm not sure which door that one's behind.
Logically 6, but... Not that it matters, because, I mean... Oh, there's Furores!
Also in water.
The other 2 spells are locked by Dins. Now that is something.
Killstopper getting into GTG now. And Sea Falcon getting around to the right side. Alpha should have enough keys. So I think he's just going to go see what's that big chest, which... If this isn't our path item, toilet's looking like it's on the menu. Or
well, we did see there's a this item.
Here's
and
this one.
The other one in the maze. Well,
Okay,
that's
it's
not it.
That.
That is a bow-locked bow. Okay, toilet is an item because that is all 9 keys. Oh, there's also one on... Yep, there's the mirror shield. Yep.
Cool. Easy. Oh, all the bow. Okay, GTG's is full of projectiles today.
Oh my god. That's another bow-locked bow.
All right, so Alpha found Mirror out of GTG. I don't think he's going to worry about what's behind Strength or what's in Toilet. Never mind, he's going. Oh, okay. Clear paths.
I mean, it is terrible to get back here, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, Saturday being on Ocarina of Time, and... Yeah, foolish like Hylia. Feels bad. Yeah, it's just so Alpha only has 1 strength, so I would expect he leaves here. No, he wants that other. He wants the other checks. All right.
Yeah, so I think he was deciding between whether he wanted to do water or wanted to do spirit first.
I think he's going for that spirit. Just because that's a dense play, he can finish it now.
And you know that strength 2 is locking something.
Yeah.
Because it's path to... Technically path to Morpha, but like... It could also have Boomerang. In fact, you're ideally hoping that it's Boomerang.
The Ocarina of Time song today is Serenade, so...
Yeah, Serenade is really awkward.
Yeah, like Hylia being foolish, it's kind of stinky to go back there in general, so... To Alexander's point, I could see why Alpha just didn't want to leave ASAP, because getting back here sucks, but... It's also a qual. Again, it seems like Alpha's been playing for consistency, pushing those 20 skulls earlier, and clearing as much as he could of GTG was the consistent play.
Yeah.
Alright, so Sea Falcon's first into Adult Spirit with a big chest. Watch out for that hand, dude.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was like long shot or double defense.
Were you more surprised it was double defense?
Yeah, I was more surprised it was double defense.
Well, Fabio found his boss key, by the way. He's going for Water Hop right now in the bottom left. Gotta equip the Iron Boots in one of the 2 frames before surfacing.
Should be real close.
Yeah, I think
a little early.
Yeah. Luckily, it's quick to retry, so even if you miss it, it's not that punishing. It's not like you're doing a hookshot extension then fall into Valley. It feels bad, man.
Yeah.
There we go. He's got it. And
like
he'll be going
I said,
up to fight
it's going to be a very defining trick this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not the craziest thing that I've seen in games, but it is super handy. here.
Yeah, in terms of the meta this season, it's pretty defining. Like, it's, again, not the craziest trick that people can do in these settings or even what's allowed this season, but in terms of the impact it's had on and routing and strategizing and just changing your thought on what items are required and turning a long shot into effectively an optional item, it's been pretty big, as we've been in many long shot casinos in the past.
Like, just about any Metroid randomizer has some insane tricks.
No, not hover boots to get to Morpha. You're using iron boots. So as you align with the wall, facing it directly, and then you swim down, and as you come up from the surface, you want to equip iron boots between the 2 frames before surfacing, and then you'll just get a little bit of a boost and grab the ledge.
Yeah,
and
you
yeah,
get a bit
so
of a height boost.
Yeah, so the everyone's been calling it Water Hop, but that's what Sea Falcon named his save file today.
But yeah, it's
So.
the defining trick of the season.
Mhm.
And there's the
boss key.
boss key.
We didn't get any hints on the hands, so Sea Falcon is going to fight Iron Knuckle here, because this might be a needed key to progress.
Well, we got all the keys we need. And plus,
Oh,
we already
did he,
found logical key number 4. We know where the the third logical key is. It's in Sunblock Room. But you can just deduce that and skip it.
Hmm. I don't remember seeing a hint for this chest. Sea Falcon might get it on the way back, because I think you skipped the one in the...
Oh, that's also a key then.
Okay.
With some key counting.
Yo, Kid Stopper's doing the toilet. There you go. There you go, Restream. It's junk.
Yeah, that's not a sometimes hint. Sunblock, we could have deduced, but the other one... At this point, the only way we're doing deduction is based on how many keys we have.
No, there were no...
one.
Oh, yeah, there's one.
But the center chest is dead, so it had no impact. Oh yeah, okay, that's why he's skipping it. He's made the deduction that it's not gonna unlock the boomerang. That's why he's not doing Mirror Shield lock stuff here.
Oh, because he thinks...
Because Mirror Shield is path to Twinrova. It's not path to Morpha or to Barony.
Oh, right, higher path priority.
Yeah.
Right. Because Morpha is our Spirit Medallion, which is our bridge requirement. Wow!
Which also means Twinrova can't have it either. Yeah, a little late to this race, I'm afraid.
Our next qualifier, though, I do have that information on hand, is January 24th at 4 a.m. Eastern. If that's not in your time, there'll be another one that same day, so Saturday, at 6 p.m. Eastern. And there is enough time to get your quals in.
On the Ocarina of Time randomizer Discord, if you follow the standard roll, you'll also get alerted by the Mitobot. About when the quals are like 1 hour before it happens.
You get alerted an hour beforehand, and then the rooms open 45 minutes beforehand? I think
No, it opens...
an hour?
An hour, yeah.
Okay.
It opens when when the bot tells you, basically. Oh! So, gold scale water was never happening. Because that's a central pillar big key right there.
Yeah.
We do not have a bet on where the boomerang is at this point. But it could be right here. Nope.
Nope, it's long shot.
That does fulfill the strength 2 being for hookshot though. For like to Athomorpha right there.
You know, that was a nice chest for it to be on.
Because it is strength 2 locked specifically, so
yeah,
that does
strength 2
fulfill
locked.
the path.
And then it's easier to get up to that platform. We saw in the last qualifier some people trying to hook shot up to that lowered platform, and it can be a little awkward sometimes. Long shot makes it easier. Or just long
you
shot
know what's
rather than
really
lower.
cursed? Boomerang could be just about anywhere at this point, though.
Yeah, that's what chat's getting to, saying in Alpha
because
Mario
of
it's in well.
Because the storms, because the thing about it is because of storms, the storms being hookshot locked from that hookshot in Fire Temple fulfills the path already.
Right.
Because that's the only logical means of getting to the desert.
Yeah, it's I think the 4 paths that we have, or no, we have all of our paths. We've kind of fulfilled all of our paths at this point. You could still use them as reference information, but at this point, runners have items to do stuff, so we're just going to be starting them clearing dungeons for now. And yeah, we might get a little bit baited on Boomerang here, but that's the only thing we're really waiting for now. It's just, where's the ring?
The only thing we know for sure it's not is it's not in Ganon's castle.
Yeah, because Baronade is our Shadow Medallion. So
exactly.
Once we get Ganon's castle access, we don't care. We're in go mode. Like
exactly.
Effectively. So yeah, so we don't have to look in Ganon's castle. We do have the other dungeons in play. We know Deku's junk, so we don't care about Deku. But you know, maybe Forest or Shadow has it.
The possibility of Vanilla Rang is real.
That's true.
It would be one of the funniest things this season.
I mean, we might see one of these runners jump into well and go into Jabu before doing anything else, just to see it.
Well, I mean, there is basically only one way of knowing.
Finding it?
Yeah, basically. Oh, Twin Rova, I knew it. They were both spies the whole time.
I think Alpha's gonna go do HBA here.
Yeah, that'd actually be really good for him.
I mean, yeah, he's missing
strength 2. It would get him
still.
spirit completion. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't, like, it does get him the long shot, but, like, the long shot's not really locking much, is it?
No. Not even in these settings. So, chat's asking, is there a war where runners check the first 2 checks of Shadow? I'm like, I mean,
there's a chance.
Alpha could right here. He could go over, do Fortress, and then he could go in and check the first checks now that he has Hookshot. So I don't know if he will once he gets Strength 2. He might get Strength 2 and just go... he could drop, he could drop Wind. He has Pharaoh's Wind. He could drop that in Shadow Entrance and be like, I'll save this one for later, and then he could just go off and do Spirit.
Actually, yeah, Shadow wouldn't be, like, the worst play from Alpha's perspective. I will definitely say that.
Given how thorough he's playing, I still feel like if he's going to go into Shadow, he's just going to drop Wind and leave. But
yeah, I could
we'll
see
see.
that too, actually. That wouldn't be like the worst thing, considering how awkward it is to get to GTG.
Yeah.
Oh, Fabio's also making his way over to Fortress area, so we might actually check what's on Haunted Wasteland as well. So it could be Boomerang there.
Yeah, he's going to check Wasteland using Din's Fire, and he equipped Hammer.
Yeah. Right. Forest also has a chance of having the Boomerang too.
Yeah, it's just Forest and
Rudo's
Shadow.
Yeah, Forest, Shadow, and there is Jabu itself. Unlikely, but not impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
that'd be a good...
We basically named all the checks that are left, so you just have to wait and see at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's dipped Forest because it's Ice Cavern entrance, so that kind of sucks. I think that's why you'll see people go to Shadow sooner. Well, people being at least Alpha, and... Yeah, actually, he might be the last one to get his strength, too.
So, Haunted Wasteland is not it.
So adults can enter Jabu in these settings depending on the entrance. The entrance is bottom of the well, which Alpha did open as child. So Alpha could go into adult Jabu just to do the first check. And it is faster than child for doing the bottom loop. You don't have to mess around with the water level switch or anything. You just grab Rudo and Yeeter. So, Jabu Vanilla? No, that's child only.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the entrance? No, that's still child only.
They meant the entrance. Yep. And similarly, if something is in Shadow Temple entrance that you want to get into, you need Dins as a child. You can't do Fire Arrow entry as an adult and open it for child. So we've already seen Quad.
It was beautiful. It brought a tear to my eyes.
Yeah. We even see the Lizalfos, so that was the most amount of lizard you're gonna see on Restream.
For a while.
Yeah.
At least until TP Season 2 comes out.
Because we also had Quad Fire. We had Quad Fire for today too, so yeah, this is a very reptile-heavy Restream today.
Yeah.
Who is in the lead at the moment?
Don't forget your hand sanitizer. Don't forget your hand sanitizer. But yeah, Forest is probably our most check dense location following... I did feel happy seeing Quad Child DC. It's something you typically see in RSL more than in Standard, so seeing it in Standard made me pretty happy.
I think right now, if we're having to ask who's ahead, I mean, Sea Falcon's up Spirit Completion over Fabio. And Sea Falcon's about halfway through. Water needs to get Boss Key from Pillar here. Alpha is working on Spirit now, and Christopher is finishing Spirit. So I think Sea Falcon's probably sitting in the best position. Alpha also contenders for it. Fabio not far behind, though. I think Kidstopper has the most ground to cover.
Yeah. But of course, the Boomerang spot is basically a deciding factor.
Yeah, if Fabio pulls it here from Shadow Dead Hand, that'd be pretty big.
Because it's going to be a long... Oh, nope.
Yeah. Nope. So front Shadow is not the play.
There is King Zora as well, if you want to go and try and bet that.
They're only going to check that if they really start pushing Stone Forest, and I don't think any of these runners really want to run all the way up to Adult Ice for Stone Forest, but they know it's a possibility.
But yeah, Forest is probably our most likely place for it.
Yeah, I think the reason you saw Fabio go into Shadow there is it was just kind of on the way, so since he just reversed, it was just easier to dip in. I suspect that he goes and does Spirit here.
Yeah, he'll get that strength too, and then go Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, without a doubt. Yeah, that is a cursed possibility.
No.
You know, even funnier. At Bongo Bongo is actually no, it can't be. I was thinking about strength 3,
you anticlimaxed
no,
it. You're gonna be funnier. Never mind.
Like the thing is that it's not like it's not realistic though. It'd have to be actually strength locked, strength 2 locked here.
All right, Sea Falcon got the quick grab of Morpha and nice quick kill in the door jam. Good job. So Sea Falcon finishing up water. Only has 1 medallion left, but we got to get rain for that. So do forest here. It is a somewhat dense location, and like you pointed out, Alexander, it is behind Hookshot in more ways than one. Oh, looks like he's actually gonna go back in.
Sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, to check the other chests.
Oh, you can scum like big key chests and then check like the Dark Link loop.
Right. So we don't have to hunt for smalls.
Yeah, because you're only looking for 1 item, so... And you can just scum it if it's K-Sword, because it doesn't lock anything to Seed.
Yeah, so for those who weren't here earlier, we had a foolish hint that says Deku is foolish, and Deku is inside the Deku entrance. And to get open that, we need the Kokiri sword, and so we don't really care about the Kokiri sword today. Yeah, so I guess Sea Falcon will just do the rest of the chests here in water, just try and pick them, see if he finds he's looking for, and then if not, maybe he'll try to climb up Forest. I think he would do that before he goes all the way back out to GTG for 2 checks.
Okay, so that was number 3, I think.
Alright, Alpha's gonna go take on Twin Rova now, and Fabio's now just working up Spirit, having gone 2nd strength from horseback archery.
But you have water, then you probably want to go forest.
Yeah, I agree that's probably the densest, because to your point, you can't do King Zora on the way. So that's another check. And you can also check bottom. You can also check freestanding heart piece in fountain and bottom fountain. So that's 2 more checks you can do.
Icy waters, yeah.
Yeah. So, because otherwise you're taking the long way out to GTG just for 2 checks in shadow. It's not great.
Not worth it.
Yeah. I'm getting asked in chat where I am from. And what led me to Earth. That's confidential information. All you need to know is that Jimbo found me in the back of his car when he was getting Taco Bell at 3 a.m. and I just stuck around for the ride. He just heard a seatbelt click, turned around and saw a 10-inch burrito back there, and he was like, and I just asked him where we going, and then he stuck me in here in the commentary booth fridge, and that's where I live now.
Well, hopefully the ingredients last longer.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of my secret. You know, it's like 11 herbs and spices except the 10 unholy preservatives.
Technically speaking, spices are like kind of preservatives.
Yeah, some of them, like, you know, people preserve stuff in salt. You're right. There's lots of spices that are used as preservatives. I mean, cured meats. Who doesn't love pepperoni? Shout outs to pepperoni, salami, sopressata.
But I mean, that's why a lot of spicy food was spicy, was like for bacteria.
Yeah. Well, big Warren sword. It's like, am I scumming this?
And that was item number 4.
All right.
Yep,
well,
this is a force play.
Yeah, he must have been counting his keys because he's not even gonna go into the river. He's just gonna leave.
No, you could just count your items.
Oh, that's even easier. Fewer items than keys and water.
Because there's 4 items in OTR in water. There's 5 in the combo rando. Because one of those keys gets keysied and that key just disappears as well.
Yeah.
But in the base game, in the base rando, there's only 4 items.
Alright. Alpha's done with Twin Rova. Sea Falcon is heading up to... I want to say this is River, but...
This is the force play.
Yeah. Okay, it is. I was just like, why doesn't he just do his horn and get past Mido? But I guess playing Saria's song not super fast. So yeah, I was gonna head out to Forest. Eclipse Blue Fire Arrow is gonna melt King Zora on the way. And Fabio is... Yeah, just finishing up Iron Knuckles, about a little bit over halfway through Spirit. Kid Stopper grabbing the boss key, likely take on Morph after this, and Alpha's playing Nocturne.
To do the rest of water, I think. Well, also to grab some extra magic, because this is a pretty convenient spot for it, but that big those fairies really love to go through walls.
Yeah, there's the shield flick. Well, it's all right. It's all right, chat. We can thaw King Zora. We'll just feed him a bunch of salts to preserve him. Nut.
Oh, he even brought his own spices.
Oh, Alpha won a Bolero. He came back to for Burning Cack Bolero.
Oh, I think he's gonna go for
Well,
yeah.
It's dense. It's behind Hookshot for sure. Oh, here's here's Fountain on Sea Falcon's side. That looks like Recovery Heart.
That's a Recovery Heart.
What's down below? It's so hard to see this peak on Restream. I think that's a piece of heart.
It's a piece of heart.
Okay.
There is right, because he doesn't have hover boots, and this can be pretty tricky.
Okay, so we're gonna see 2 different routes here. We're gonna see. Oh, he's just going in for the YOLO Jabu. Okay, let's do it. I'm down. It could be the first chest.
Yeah, it could be vanilla. And if it's not, I mean, you can place down for roars, and you have a lot of spots to.
Holy moly! Sponge finished first with 2 hours, 13 minutes, 14 seconds. Okay. Holy, Sponge God routed this one. I think with that fast of a finish, I almost want to say it's this Jabu check. Metagame.
We'll find out.
We're about to
It
find
could
out.
be early forest too, for all we know.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't. If it's not this Jabu check, Sponge just. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out what he did eventually because we're gonna see where this ring is. But yeah. A reminder
No
as baseball's
spoilers
putting
on
in
the
chat.
ring until we
Do
see
not
it.
talk about other.
Oh my god,
racers.
that might be it right here.
Like, don't talk about anything that's off of Restream. Oh, there it is. It's early forest. Okay. Well, we know what Sponge did now. Went to forest. Went to forest.
That makes sense.
Okay.
But
literally
yeah,
like the second check.
Yeah, because the Rang, it can't be in well because of the Rova path for GTG being Mirror Shield. So yeah, that was easier to like deduce. Yeah, that was the stealth, like the first Stalfos chest.
Yeah, the bow chest. Something
No.
chest?
It's the small key chest underneath bow.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, bow's above it. Well, we'll find out if anyone did the same thing as Sponge here, but I don't foresee a lot of people rushing Forest because that was a crap location. There has been a theme this season that some runners are holding on to, which is rushing Ice entrance or Ice is the winning play. And
it was this
the
time.
seed is it was this time. So Kidstopper and Well, we already know he doesn't need to be here, so he's gonna burn a couple minutes in here. This is just rando, everybody. This boomerang could have been in a lot of places, so you're in the moment where you gotta guess. Alpha dropping wind here, and is gonna go H change.
Yeah, he's changing ages. I think he realizes it can't be in the well with that kind of finish. So
yeah, no, exactly.
It is unfortunately wasting time here.
Yeah, you said what I was about to, which is some runners will run with the race room open, so when they see somebody finish, then the metagame kicks in, right? So they know, okay, it's not like Deep Shadow or anywhere that's really time consuming. So if it wasn't just in Jabu, the next fastest...
no, Alpha's going to Shadow first.
Oh, don't do it. You were already there, don't do it. Oh, he's doing it. Maybe his thought is hit torches on the way. I don't know.
I mean, it is hook shot locked, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
we just
I know
that it also is Ruto's ladder locked logically as well.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's faster than climbing to ice, but it just feels bad because it's just like this is 3 checks versus 3 between Domain and Fountain, and then you go into Forest. So
yeah,
maybe Alpha just feels like he missed something obvious, which is why he's doing this way. And then Fabio's back in GTG.
Yeah, it's truly unfortunate.
Yeah, when you see a quick finish like that, you're either thinking, okay, I either missed something obvious, or it's somewhere really early that I haven't looked yet. And this first instinct is, I missed something obvious, right? Like...
And so we found a scale in bottom of the well.
Yeah, so we're scale percent. Shoutouts to people who want to swim, I guess.
Imagine
See, even
if we
Sea
had
Falcons,
bronze
like...
scale in OTR.
No thanks.
Or you need to have a scale before you can even swim.
So yeah, but even Sea Falcon here is now in Jabu with Ring, and is just gonna go mode it.
Yeah.
He knows he doesn't need anything else, so he's going over this tentacle side first, and he's just taking that out. He doesn't care anymore. Not even worried about picking up the chest.
He was even trying to go for the cutscene skip. Unfortunately, it was just a tad late. Because it is a little tricky. Not, like, insanely difficult, but it is tricky.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm just wondering how long it's going to be before we see our second finish, because obviously on Restream, no one here was like, let me go to Forest first, because Steve Falcon even took the detour, right? Didn't immediately go Forest. So Alpha now in Shadow, we know he's not going to get paid out with these first 2 checks.
Yeah.
He knows, though, that's not going to be Deep Shadow based on that finish, just for the amount of time, right? So he's not going to worry about dropping Wind here. If it's just not here, then he's just not going to worry about it. Yeah, so the way point scoring works is that it's scored based on the average time of the top 7 finish, and if you score 12 minutes or more, like ahead of the average time, you can score up to 1,100 points. And we have seen there's Strength 3 also in well.
God.
Chris Stopper's coming out of here with everything. Yeah, he's coming out of here with everything but the ring. We have seen one person get 1,100 points this season. That was E. Cola on one of the earlier qualifiers.
Be the second person to get that.
Yeah, Sponge might
because that is an insanely aggressive. Probably like had an insanely aggressive first dip into Forest.
Yeah.
Oh, he could have like also went Child super early and gotten that hammer. For all we know. Like I don't know, we'd have to like basically go VOD diving, but well.
Yeah, I mean, not worried about it. I just think the main key is getting to Forest fast, because since it being Ice Cavern entrance, clearly nobody was really excited to run up there to it. And I think Sponge just said, screw it, I'm going to go Forest, before doing much of anything else.
My guess is probably, once he realized the logic with the boomerang, where it couldn't be behind, the mirror shield.
Yeah, exactly. Alpha checking Valley now. Again, thinking, okay, it's probably something obvious, maybe Valley. Hyper with the second place finished. 2 hours, 21 minutes, 20 seconds. That is... Dang. That's still, like, 8 minutes behind Sponge. That's crazy. Sponge killed it.
So Hyper probably just grabbed the Rang. Actually, he might have been just in go mode at that point still, because of how long Jabu takes. He probably already had the Rang by the time Sponge finished, and was just in go mode himself.
Yeah. I don't think Hyper had a meta anything at that point. He was just straight up behind Sponge. Like, maybe he got around to checking Forest a little bit later. Maybe that was the key difference.
Or maybe, like, what could happen is that hook shot placement was just really awkward.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
or the chances that the Sponge could have gotten that bow super early.
Yeah, that could have helped. Pushed
Like,
overroll checks a little bit more.
Going into fire, and that would have been a really big decider. Yeah, 3 of them were looking for Rang. Sea Falcon found it, which is in the Stalfo's small key chest in Forest, so like underneath the bow chest.
Yeah, Alpha's back in water trying to clear it. Or for checks. Alright, Sea Falcon is officially in go mode on Restream, having gotten the boss key for Ganon. So just going to age change and go finish this up. So he will be finishing in the next 5-ish minutes. But Machi finishing in third with 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 36 seconds. And Mr. Mario getting sniped by 12 seconds. Damn. Yeah, so I guess we're going to start seeing these finishes roll in. So it looks like some other... These are likely the finishers who... to your point, Alexander, or like in go mode or near go mode, and they are just just a little bit behind Sponge.
Yeah. Oh, and there's Marco in 5th.
Yeah, 2 hours, 24 minutes, 16 seconds.
Yep. 3 finishers within the same minutes, basically. Oh, and Zeph also finishing too. Just barely within that time frame. Oh my god, we're almost at like the average, like the top 7 already.
Yeah, clearly, this, I wouldn't call this a jet seed. Considering we've had multiple, like,
it's not the craziest jet seed, but it's a reasonably
it's on the fast
jet.
Yeah. I think there might be a few people who finish before Sea Falcon at this rate, but I think Sea Falcon's got a top 10 spot here, potentially.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, he is on the climb. It's not like a crazy jet seed, but it is on the faster side of things for sure. Especially with path prioritization. If you know, like, go in knowing about that mirror shield, then you probably saved a lot of time by ignoring the well.
Yeah, I feel like Sponge probably got the mirror shield and then just left GTG and just didn't even do the other checks if he didn't have access to them.
Looks like Alpha's also gonna go forest here.
Looks like Fabio's going forest.
Priority is definitely gonna be a big thing. Like, in terms of reading logic, it's been very important since the last couple of seasons. Just like how Water Hop is going to be a big thing this season, because if you don't find the long shot and it's in a rough spot, then you can just get that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, knowing that that mirror shield can't lead to the boomerang or to the long shot helps a lot.
I was like, Fabio's still reading hints at almost 2.5 hours in. Not really much else to find. We actually found most of our hints this seed. Like, I think the only hint that we didn't see was maybe the... No, I think I actually got them all on the restream.
Yeah. It was like Forest or whatever was behind Forest at that point. And Okishi finishing in 7th with like 227.
Ooh, GGO? Wow. That's Oak's second top 7 finish this season. We had him on Restream and he interviewed and he said his goal is to hit like upper challenge cup. So like maybe like upper 30th ranks, but you know, 2 top 7s, Oak. You might be swinging above that. We'll see. So that is our 7th finish. So our top 7 average for time on this one is 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Yeah, that's true too. There's no path to King Dodongo.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because then that would have basically said that Forest had nothing.
That was Sponge's first race this season. What the heck? I feel like I saw Sponge earlier, but it looks like he's. It looks like he's gonna get 1,065 points for this one, so that's really good.
But yeah, it looks like Alpha and Fabio are going into Forest. Alpha will be getting that boomerang. As Sea Falcon's just about to finish. Just before the 2 to 30 mark, it looks like. Because this cutscene is just about over. As Alpha just gets that boomerang, basically.
GG, Sea Falcon. Yeah, Alpha's just going to try and finish up Jabu as fast as possible and get a good time in here. Yeah, but Sea Falcon, 9th place, 2 hours, 29 minutes, 56 seconds. I called it. Still top 10 room. 9th. Qualifies. Yeah, Sponge woke up today and is just like, I'm gonna kill the qualifier today. Absolutely smother it.
Yeah.
Hit Stopper doing OGC for the fans. And there's our 10th place finish. Jarek. 2 hours, 30 minutes, 42 seconds. So yeah, I think what made the real difference here is, to your point, Alexander, again, path priority, coming in clutch, reading the hint logic on that. And I think for getting a really good time, just not spending more time in an area than you feel is needed. Again, I think once people found Mirror Shield and GTG, I think they were pretty safe to leave, but I can also understand not wanting to go back to it, given it was in a terrible spot in Lake Hylia. Yeah. So,
like, one thing I could think of was because it was that first bow was in Hyrule Field Open Grotto. I could see someone actually routing that in as child super early on, and just being
commit
able
to doing Hyrule Field.
And then they could have gotten like strength super, like from working it backwards.
Yeah, GG Sea Falcon. How do you feel about the seed?
Well, given my first two couple of calls in S9, I've had worse. I'm going to utter a phrase that I've never said in my life playing this game. Thank you, Stone Forest, for that. Because I had a couple other options for Boomerang. Mind you, I screwed up. I should have went Forest first instead of going back into water. My brain completely forgot for a moment that all of everything behind letter was a possibility.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just briefly forgot, and I was like, oh, sure, let's just go for long shot chest. Why not? And then I saw it was a big chest. I'm like, oh my god, maybe. And then it was BGS. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because
what's my option? Fountain Forest. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because Mario mentioned that. Yeah, we would have seen a Path to King Dodongo hint for letter if that was the only dungeon that letter locked. So the fact that we didn't see that was probably an indicator for some of the runners to rush Forest.
That's fair, because I stopped looking for the 5th path in, actually, because I thought, I found letter before I got the 5th path in, and I kind of figured that out at that point. I was like, well, maybe there's probably not going to be another hint, so.
Yeah. Well, we do have it, because we did see it on stream. It's Lost Woods Path to Twinrova for the bottle.
Was that bottle for Requiem?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, Sorry, the first the first part of the seed went wrong for me, but I don't know if it was even entirely like my fault because I've kind of blanked on like the ice play because I wanted to do it pretty much the entire first part of the seed, but yeah, I kind of sucked that I guess I rushed that fire hint too hard because I got halfway up fire and I'm like, I don't have a bow. This is a problem. And then I went into field, and of course, what's in field? Bow, and I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Don't feel bad.
If it makes you feel any better, everyone else on Restream did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame anyone for doing that. Fire's what is the thing that was hinted, not field. So like.
Yeah, exactly. Makes sense to me. I mean, heck, I was thinking the same things. Like, yeah, this is a good play, and they're just like, oh, that's unfortunate. The one time you don't think about the bow lock, and it happens.
Yeah, we also saw at least 2 other people on Restream go back into water and do the rest of the water checks anyways, so no fault for you for doing that one either. Clearly people had the same idea. Alpha also went out of his way to reverse Wasteland to dip Shadow for the first 2 checks before going into Forest. We saw Well. Kitstopper went into Well and did all of Well.
Oh.
So, yeah, everyone was just kind of all over the place.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna guess Comms or someone in chat brought this up. Well was not a possibility for Boomerang because of the Mirror Shield path hand.
Right.
Yeah, I did say that.
Okay, I struggle really badly with path prio in Season 8, among other things, which is why I missed the tournament and was playing terribly, so I went out of my way to make sure I understood every little facet of it before this season, so...
Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah.
I made sure to focus on that point specifically, so...
I do find it funny that the bottle is also path to Twinrova, but because you get the blue fire arrows in there, you don't strictly need the bottle to actually get the song. You can just go out of your way to get the blue fire arrows and get it. I mean, it still locks them, but it's just crazy.
Yeah, blue fire arrows and ice. What a that's a new fire arrows and shadow. Honestly, at this point.
It is.
But yeah, to your point, it's good to recognize, areas of improvement, and this isn't the only seed where path priority was a big deal. We were talking about it earlier on Restream, but one of the 2 big jets this season was a jet because of recognizing path priority. So it's a really important skill to develop and work on and recognize.
Yeah, I was talking about how path priority and water hop were going to be like the 2 defining things this season.
Oh yeah, water hop became so important that I officially retired my long shot file name.
I did see that.
Because I don't think long shot's going to be my problem anymore. So.
No. I did check, though. It looks like you're going to get 948 points from this one, which is your best score so far. So that'll definitely help with those 2 800s you've logged. Obviously, there are still many qualifiers ahead of us for you to get the rest of your remaining races. But we do want to ask, because we've been asking it to everybody on Restreams come in for an interview, what do you think of the settings? There's been some contention around Dungeon Entrance Randomizer and some other bits, but how are you enjoying them or not?
My multi-world team always picked Dungeon ER in the tournament, so
that was my team.
I hope that helps too. I hope that helps explains that. I was beyond thrilled when I saw that was picked for season 9. I was like, so I have no qualms with that, obviously. As far as like the rest of the settings and the tricks, I'll echo something that I think was said in the Discord recently. Sure, it does give you like a lot more options, but there's also this like problem that it feels like you can get screwed in the first like part of the seed. There's always like some load bearing item early in the game. Like in this seed, for example, I guess you could argue the bow was.
Oh yeah, the bow definitely was, considering it locked a lot of things, including the other 2 bows.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, those were in GTG. I remember seeing that on the but yeah, I feel like I know there's some folks that said like you're gonna see a lot of races in brackets that because of these settings, you might like lose in the first, or someone might win or lose in the first 20 minutes, which I don't know if it's that extreme, but there seems to be a lot of variance in these seeds in time, so like I think admittedly a couple seasons ago, I think I would have been not terribly thrilled with a 948 of a score. And now I'm like, if I do that a few more times, that may not be that bad.
No, people have done the math supposedly, and I keep seeing that you want an average score of 925 or 930 this season. So anything around there or above is really great. But to your point about variance in times, yeah, we've seen quite a few around 2 hours. But we've also had one where the top 7 average was 2 hours and 50 minutes. We've actually had that twice with the 280s that have happened up so far. So yeah, there's a lot of variance in these settings. It'll be interesting to see where these qualifiers on average land once everything's said and done.
Yeah, I mean, all I can do is try to put up the scores that I can, or what best my ability, and see what happens from there. And it's not going to be easy for me this weekend because, as the known person with a screwed up sleep schedule and absolute night owl, I am planning to try to play both quals this Saturday.
Whoa.
I will definitely be awake for the 4 a.m. one because I was awake for the 4 a.m. one last week. That was one of the jets that happened in this season that I happened to play. 6 p.m. one, I will see if it depends on how fast I fall asleep afterwards. If not, then I guess I will have to suffer and find some way to make it into one of the 2 p.m. ones after that, if I want to eat.
No, yeah. There are a lot of quals this weekend. Because there's another one on Sunday as well, being one of the 2 p.m. ones. And yeah, they were looking for more commentators and volunteers for the restream for the 4 a.m. one. And I'm like, I'm already commentating the 6 p.m. one. I'm not waking, I'm not staying up to like 4 a.m. to then commentate at 6 p.m. I'm only doing one.
Yeah, apologies to folks. Sorry, I haven't commentated in a while, and even if I could. Problem is, I got to get a race in, so.
No, absolutely. That's where a lot of our commentators and volunteers are in right now. So get your races in. That's the priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already got a few in, so I still need to get a few more in. I may be able to get the one on Saturday, the first one, but 2 a.m. is a bit of an ask.
Yeah. Well, you have 7 more, or 6 more, yeah, whatever. You got like 7 more qualifiers. You got time. I know not all of them are at easy times. But yeah, otherwise the seed seemed, if you knew your path priority, it put you on the right pace. But after that, it was just kind of guessing where Boomerang was first. There was some informed decision making to make around that, like we talked about, kind of being well, if you read that path priority correctly. But you know, we saw people going everywhere for it.
Right. I also forgot. There was another thing that happened in the seed that was, this routing decision wasn't my fault. It was just kind of how things work, but I was really annoyed that let's go make sure I plant the bean and go get Dins, and let's do Child Spirit. Oh, look, letters in Child Spirit. Now I gotta go all the way back over here for fucking DC. Really? I'm mad, but I would do in that order every time because I knew Dins was on the arch. I wanted a bean for it, so.
Yeah, you ended up hiking every which way this seed because I think you were the only one who crossed out of logic. Everyone else was like, I don't have logic. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, you put in the most walking, but then you're the first one to finish on restream. So
that's fair. Honestly, I was crossing because the warp song sucked, and I was trying to fix that problem. But then as I was crossing, I'm like, there's a good chance this is storms and this unlocks the river pass, so it might not be that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We're like, this is storms. It could open up stuff because we were thinking that maybe a long shot or something was on frogs. I know just being strength, but still very important item, obviously. Because strength 3 was dead hand in the well. So.
Oh lord. Wait. I am going to get out of here and relax the rest tonight. Alexander Harold and Elizabeth Burrito, thank you both so much for commentating the race night, and forgive me, who are our wonderful trackers tonight so I can also thank them?
Our trackers tonight were Baseball, Tommel Talk, Warren Traveler, and Mr. Moxie. Specifically, Tommel Talk tracked you.
All right, well, thank you so much to all them and the folks at ZSR, and thanks for having me on the restream, and
Thanks
have a
for
good night,
letting
everyone.
us feature you. Okay,
Yes,
good
of
luck with the
course.
rest of your quals.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, well, Alpha finished while we were having that conversation. Looks like Alpha placed 18th with 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 29 seconds.
And Favio's not too far behind. He's just starting the Ganon fight here.
Yeah, looks like Alpha is going to be getting, let me check, 853 points for this one, which is his lowest score so far, but that's okay. He's got plenty of races left to do. I do think there was a little bit of an element of luck here in terms of where you go first once you start looking for a ring, but obviously there were positions that you could eliminate from path priority, but there was still a little bit of the
Yeah.
Alright, let's get ready to GG Favio here. He's finishing up Ganon.
Yeah. Crazy that he does all this on keyboard and on keyboard as well.
Yeah, one of the rare keyboard players.
Because that is not easy to do.
No.
But yeah, Kit just finished Baronade as Favio's just about to put the sword in Ganon's face. We're getting a lot more finishers now.
Yeah. This is everyone else who saw the first finish and went, uh-oh, Boomerang's somewhere sooner than this, and they all turned around. But GG Favio, 21st, 2 hours, 45 minutes, 49 seconds.
Yep. Kit has just made his way is making his way over to Ganon's castle.
Yeah, it looks like Favio.
Oh god,
getting...
that is so unfortunate. He fell.
Oh, it happens. Looks like Favio's going to be netting 837 points from this race.
That's
think
actually not that bad. That's like mid to like high challenge cup still.
Yeah, I think part of it is the finishes have been trickling in for a while now. You're just gonna still place pretty well if everyone's kind of finishing a little bit slower, because remember that was what, 21st place, and there were 54 people in the race room. Some have forfeited, but most are still in it to win it. So I think Kit could still get around 800 points. We'll see. Depends how clean this is. Sup, Nastrel and Raiders. GG, Nastrel.
That boomerang spot.
The ring.
The
Apparently
banana.
Baseball's assuming responsibility for Nastrel's performance.
I rather just think that Seedbot just had other ideas.
I was hoping for a seed that was more challenging on the logic end, and I think we got it. I think this really tested runners on how well they read the logic, and if they didn't, there's, learning opportunity. Some runners, though, read it correctly and then just simply had bad luck about where they went first, and I think that's the case for basically everybody on Restream. Sea Falcon, Alpha, Favio, I think all read it correctly. They just chose to go somewhere else first.
Yeah, that bow was doing a lot of heavy lifting right at the beginning.
Yeah, and finding it was the only available bow also feels bad.
Yeah, it stings a little bit, but it could have been a lot worse in a way. We could have been forced to going into deep shadow, for example, via deep forest hover boots.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing some chew strats on Kit's side, so you don't have
consistent
to think
and
about
safe.
Yeah.
Kit didn't pull BGS from water, so
Yeah, that's true. He did not pull the big Goron sword from that. Still, this should be sub 3 on Kit's side, so...
yes.
Considering how easily things could have gone wrong this seed, that's still not that bad.
No, and that's with Kit going out of his way to do a full well clear. So that's not
Yeah.
that bad. Given everything he did.
Yeah, it's basically just Ganon at this point.
Let's see a good Ganon dwarf. And then a good Ganon. Alright, it's a good first phase. Always love counting the crouch stabs quietly.
Yeah.
Pull Fabio in. Welcome in,
Hello,
GG Fabio.
NGGs.
Hello.
Hello. What did you think of the
Hello.
seed?
Oh, GG's. I don't know where to start.
How about
That bow.
the bow?
Yeah, the bow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The bow seemed to be the pain point today.
For a lot of people, that bow was definitely a load-bearing part of the seed.
Yeah, if only have had that bow earlier, I would have done fire in one trip. Feel like I lost a lot of time doing that.
A lot of people probably did the same thing, so because we saw it on, like, everybody on Restream did the same thing, so you weren't the only one who did that.
Yeah, we saw Alpha go back into water.
People
and
pushing fire super early with that hammer and bomb bag, it just made a lot of sense to do. It's just a little unfortunate getting, locked out like that.
Yeah, the seed also had a lot of back and forth for a lot of people, a lot of walking. On Restream, Sea Falcon crossed out of logic and got storms early, which, I mean, after that, he ended up aligning with you, Fabio. We saw you were all in step with each other in terms of general routing up until basically everyone started hunting for Boomerang.
So, everyone cleared the Douglas Cavern, or
Yeah.
there was someone?
Yeah, everyone cleared Dodongo's Cavern looking for it, so. We even saw people clear. Kitstopper did all of well. We saw Alpha go back into GTG to check things. We saw the GTG checks as well. Kit did toilet, was a junk item. Yeah, we had all the path hints here on Restream too. So we actually ended up seeing a lot. But it looks like you're going to be getting 837 points from this one. But I know this was only your fourth race, so you still have many other races to do this season. And it sounds like Kitstopper is going to come in here soon as well. But while we wait, Fabio, what do you think of the Season 9 settings? It's a comment interview question we've been asking people who've been on Restream. Like, how do you feel about them?
I mean, I liked Dungeon ER first. So there's nothing, like, I'm very fine with that. And yeah, it's something different. It's a little mix up. So mainly that. It's
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, we've definitely heard that a lot. People like the change in the settings for the sake of variety, but there's also a lot of fans of Dungeon ER. We were talking to Sea Falcon before you came in. He was talking about how he enjoys Dungeon ER and is used to it from playing multi-world. So it seems like the people who've played it before or are used to that setting have been enjoying it this season. How have you been feeling about the path hints and path priority this season, as that was a big point of this seed today?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm lacking right now. Maybe that's the reason why I'm not getting good scores recently. Sometimes I like try to understand why. For example, in this case, we have 3 Morpha paths. And in Lon Lon Ranch, there was Eponas and Iron Boots. So I just had no idea which one to chase.
Mm.
Probably was Irons.
Hello and GG's.
So yeah.
Well, thank
Hello.
you, Kit.
Hey kid.
Thank you.
GG's.
But yeah,
GG's.
to your point, Fabio. Yeah, this was one of those path party situations where there was a lot of information and a lot of it overlapped. So on Restream, we kept debating around, what letter was probably locking, but because King Dodongo didn't have a path, then the letter was likely taken up by Baronade or Morpha. So that was in there somewhere, being on Child Spirit side and all, and Spirit being just kind of like behind a bunch of stuff this seed. So it can get tricky. Kit, we were talking about this seed in particular. How did you feel about this seed?
I did not do well. I felt that was a disaster. Yeah, I figured there was probably some path priority thing going on, but I was very lost playing this seed that I just was kind of in no think only check mode.
No, understandable. When we saw you in Well, we kind of had the idea, like, okay, Kit's doing density plays because,
Yeah.
specifically because how Mirror Shield was pathed from GTG to Twin Rova, it basically meant that nothing was going to be in Well this seed, or at least not your Boomerang.
Yeah, that
So,
makes
but
sense.
yeah, it's
And
like
then-
this really awkward situation. But yeah, Alex.
Yeah, and then Mario came in after, like mentioning the whole if Rudo's letter was only just for King Dodongo, it would have been pointed to as well. Which meant that the Rudo's letter locked more than just Dodongo's Cavern completion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think there's also just like an element of like getting used to like Dungeon ER thinking, and it's really hard to break the mentality of like, oh, you need Rudos for Jabu anyway too, but clearly you don't in this seed. It's very hard to like shake like normal conventions. I feel like or when getting used to all this stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it gets even crazier with Key Sanity.
Yeah,
we're not worrying about that now.
Yeah.
That's a can of worms you don't need to worry about. But yeah, we were talking about that restream too, because when we were seeing the path hints early on, we could have been like, oh, that Morpha path could be actually just an item to open up Shadow Entrance to get into water. Like that could be path to Dins or something. So it's just things I have to think about with Dungeon Entrance Randomizer, and it's easy to forget when the season is becoming notorious for just assaulting you with information from the entrances immediately, the stones, medallions, and then we've had a few seeds now where we've had triple paths or quadruple paths. So 3 Morpha paths, that's just kind of like what's been happening. We had one qualifier where there was like basically 4 paths all pointing to Spirit / Twin Rova. So yeah, it ends up getting spaghettified. But it looks like from this qualifier, you're going to be getting 790 points Kit. So
gross. Okay.
just missed 800 just by a little bit. But you still have a couple more races you can do after this one, so you can definitely aim for a higher.
Yeah, that's a shame. I feel like when I was down to it was really like a play between going Forest or Well, and at least when I was kind of just like thinking through density, and The only thing I could think through was just that they're both hook shot locked. I'm pretty sure hook shot got storms anyway, though, so I was like, it was kind of resolved, but I was just thinking through like, oh yeah, the hook shot and fire is gonna have like a little bit more priority when going for checks, but yeah, didn't pan out.
Yeah. That someone in chat's like, what if we have hook shot and deep fire? I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. And then it showed up, and I'm like, okay, well, this logic got sloppy because everything was basically behind this hook.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we were talking about also with Fabio before you came in. That bow in Hyrule Field was also terrible. It locked the other two bows, and it was kind of in an awkward spot with like Hylia being foolish and Serenade being on Ocarina of Time. So that was kind
It
of
also technically locked the 2 strengths as well.
Yeah, that was an awkward spot for
Actually,
it
it
too.
locked all strengths.
Yep. Yeah, there was a bit of there was definitely a bit of regret when I was thinking in my child one, like, do I just do Valley Lake and just kind of, get those checks out of the way, and decided against it once I got the hammer in Kokiri Forest. But once again, I asynced the qual from or not yesterday, but 2 days ago, and decided to go against Valley Lake when that would have greatly helped me, and would have greatly helped me here again getting Bomb Bag and Bow right off the bat if I had done that. Could have at least maybe avoided one of my 4 dips into fire.
So we were actually laughing early on Restream because we saw Alpha pull bomb bags from 10 Skulls right when somebody pulled it from Valley, right when somebody also pulled it from Crater. So within a minute, we found where all 3 bomb bags were on Restream, and I'm like, all 3 of them are thinking they just had the biggest pull and they're going to be ahead, especially the Valley pull. But no, you all found 6 explosives basically at the same time.
Well, at the time, my explosives were explosive locked too. I guess they weren't technically because I hadn't picked up the bow yet, but I felt like I didn't really feel like I was ahead from that because I was like, oh, there's stuff everywhere else that I'm missing right now.
But yeah, we hope you, both of you, do well in your coming qualifiers and you meet your personal goals. Today, see, definitely, just one of those study your path, hints at path priorities, learning situation. Otherwise, yeah, once we got down to Boomerang, there was a few locations it could have been, so you're just guessing. Like, we saw Alpha go back into, so we saw Alpha reverse into Shadow to check the first 2 Shadow checks before going to Forest. So somebody else go into Shadow to get 2 checks. We saw everyone doing like stretching for overworld checks because I think part of it was they started seeing people finish already and they're like, oh, it's got to be somewhere that I missed, like something obvious. So let me go back into GTG or back into water and clear that or something. But
right.
So yeah, it's kind of became a scramble at that point. But I know it's getting late here. Al.
No, I think I'm good on that end.
Okay. We'll tee it up for baseball then.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hi. That was fun. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to our runners, Kit, Fabio, Alpha, Sea Falcon. Thanks for being on Restream. Appreciate it. Thanks to our trekkers, Mr. Moxie, Warren Traveler, and Tom will talk. Thank you, Tom, also for inputting some of the info on the back end for me. Appreciate it. And of course, couldn't do it without our commentators, Alex and Burrito. Thank you both so much. Pleasure as always. So the next qual is kind of at a rough time for some of us. Saturday at 4 a.m. Eastern. I will be asleep. We are still looking for volunteers for that. Yeah, I think a lot of us who are here now will be asleep.
I'm not gonna wake 5 in the morning just to play a qual.
I'll probably
that's
be
fair.
up depending on when I go to bed, though. Because I'm an early bird. A very early bird.
Like 3 a.m. That's crazy.
It's 2 a.m. for me.
Oh my god, okay. That's a little too early for some of us. I'm not expecting a restream, really. I'm hoping we get one, but it's okay. We'll see. But yeah, that's the next one, and then after that is 6 p.m. Eastern, also on Saturday. So more reasonable. Okay, that's gonna do it for today. I'm sending us over to Revan, who's doing Twilight Princess Randomizer, which is fun if you've never tried it before. So enjoy that, and I will not see you Saturday at 4 in the morning, but I'll probably see you after that.
Okay.
Okay, bye everyone.